It's the book club. I'm James Levine,
I am Mohammed.
and this is episode 31 of the book club. And we were just kind of talking. I think it was an interesting conversation because your daughter's 9 years old,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Yep.
she's kind of coming into like having the things that she likes, or there's enough data, I guess, where you can say, from ages like 3 to now, this is where you kind of spend a lot of your time taking in media, right?
Right.
And what would you say is probably the most consumed?
Yeah, it would probably be clips on YouTube from different like popular media, whether like when they're kids, whether that's like if it's Paw Patrol or My Little Pony, whatever it may be. So from all the different things that you see, like the things that they make toys for, cartoons, video games, whatever, clothing for kids that they aim at, the one place that kind of gets builds their interest to begin with would be YouTube.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, because I think what's interesting too, and this kind of didn't click with me because I'm still kind of coming from a different kind of different time perspective to
Mm-hmm.
where I used YouTube for something different. It was a
Sure.
different
Yeah.
kind of tool than like TV would be, or all these
Right.
other things.
Right. Yeah.
But you said that she's really just watching clips, so she's just kind of like just so not like full episodes of per se, but just kind of like vibes,
No,
like
no, she'll watch the full episodes.
right.
What I meant was the interest begins from those YouTube clips.
Because you don't have to watch the full episode. Like to gain interest for us for like SpongeBob, let's say we
Uh-huh.
had to like sit down and watch SpongeBob and be
Yeah.
like, okay, I get
Yep.
SpongeBob. She's able to just kind of search through things and find Sponge.
Yeah.
It doesn't take. There's not just one way to enjoy SpongeBob and like learn to like it.
Right, exactly. So, for example, she'll see a video of some YouTube kid influencer, and say he opens up, I don't know, hypothetically a Pokemon toy.
Right.
Now they're exposed to Pokemon. So, say she sees Pokemon someplace else too, while we go to like say, I guess the focus on this is YouTube. So, say another show now shows, oh, this new Pokemon game's coming out, or like they show a clip of the new show. Eventually, she gets interested enough in it where then she asks me to like put on something, a full episode or more about it,
Right.
and then at that point, like for Pokemon specifically, it's on Netflix. So then we would go on Netflix, and there it goes. And then once she's like into that or over that, like the next interest kind of stems again from seeing little various things on YouTube. Again, once same thing with kids. Once they're on the algorithm for YouTube, it's like, oh, you like Pokemon? Well, there's also Sailor Moon, or hey, you might like all
Right.
these other
Right.
animes. Now there's like Cardcaptor Sakura or whatever the hell it may be. So slowly goes from there. They see little videos of it, da 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 da, and then they go on to watch whatever. Like, funny enough, the new show Wednesday on
Yeah.
Netflix. So she really likes this clip of the Wednesday dance, but it's a remix where she does it to Lady Gaga's Bloody Mary, right?
Right. Right.
And
Right.
it's funny because she does the dance hella cute too. Like, and when I'm not watching, she does the whole little bit to herself and whatnot. But like that led her to now while having watched the whole show, like on Netflix.
Right.
So kind of always just kind of stems from there, if that makes sense.
It's no, that's funny because I think that YouTube absorbing and taking in YouTube like that, I think causes your attention span to get shorter, and I think that that's the main reason that something like TikTok is blowing up
Yeah.
right now. That
Mhm.
YouTube is even going to YouTube Shorts
Yeah.
more of kind of taking things in, but that's the thing is all it takes is that one meme TikTok trend Wednesday with the Lady Gaga song to
Yeah.
just kind of
Blow
go
up.
viral,
Yeah.
and now there's people of all ages kind of seeing that like, oh, it's on Netflix, let me go ahead
check
and,
it out.
and
Yeah.
see what's going on with
Exactly that. Yeah.
that. Would
It's
you
crazy.
say because you then said something else where I just never actually thought about it,
Mhm.
but so we know like what an influencer is on like Instagram.
Yep.
Right. A influencer is going to try to get you to buy things that they're getting sponsored for. They're gonna wear things and go places, and that's gonna be kind of, it's supposed to set the tone for like what's
Yeah.
cool, and like buy more Nike or buy more, whatever. Would you say that kids? Because you say kids influencers. Would you say kid influencers are as effective, if not
Even
more.
worse, bro. Yeah, even more. There's this one kid named Ryan. He's just like a little Asian kid, based out of Texas, and he was the number one paid like YouTuber like in 2019 or 2018 or whatever. Are you familiar with him?
No,
Okay,
no.
but like, not only like was he just pushing various merches like a fucking drug kingpin, but he also has his own merch like at Target and Walmart, his own set of
What?
toys, and a few of these kid influencers do. So he's not even like the only case, but they'll have their own toys and little figures of themselves and things like that. It goes to the extent where it might be like a regular water gun, but it'll have their branding and they'll sell it, or this that
What?
yeah, to that extent. Yeah,
Wow. So these are just kind of
there's a lot of money behind it. Yeah,
as like Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network traditional ways are kind of losing a bit of that market share. It's now almost just, and I'm sure YouTube gets a chunk of all of
yeah,
this that it comes through, but it's individual brands that are the new Nickelodeon or the new Cartoon Network as far as just the battle for screen time.
yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, that
That's
makes sense.
crazy. You don't even need to be cartoons because they're just unboxing things,
Yeah.
or I guess like sorry, would you say that you like at your age, did you ever grow up watching like unboxings of like toys, or was that always that was after you? Right, right. But I'm trying to kind of ID like when would have been the first? Would it have been like your daughter was the first time that kids were watching people
Yeah,
like
I think
open
so.
up?
Yeah, I think I have watched unboxings too. I think truthfully like around 20 before Sophie a few years, it would be for like different things like maybe a DVD Blu-ray unboxing for like a Criterion collection so I could see like what kind of booklets or pamphlets it has, or some action figure unboxings even then I would.
See,
But
like the adult one kind of makes sense because
mhm,
it's always been that more collector's type of
yeah.
vibe that the internet's brought.
Or the
But
big one would be video game collector's edition unboxings. I'd
right,
watch a lot
right,
of those.
right.
I think with Sophie, because you do have a point. I think what did come up with her age, however, was blind box unboxings, where it would be like a little whatever toy, and let's see what we got here type of deal. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like the random aspect of it. Because I guess when it was me, it's like an item I'm interested in purchasing.
right,
I remember even back then, like iPhone unboxings would get crazy views.
for real.
Funny we were talking
Like the
about that
first
earlier.
iPhone unbox review type of thing
Things would
early.
get a lot of views back
Right.
then, yeah. But with kids, I think around her age, the blind box aspect just became
It's
prevalent.
that surprise of not
Yeah,
knowing what
like
it
what are you
is.
gonna
Yeah.
get? Yeah.
I think if like the generation after hers, the big thing was like that kind of defined it. Um, or before her, I should
Hmm.
say, was kids watching other people play video games.
Yeah,
Like that Twitch thing, maybe
that's for
like
sure.
10 years ago, was the thing that people were like, isn't that back in my day, we used to just play that kind
Yeah,
of.
right, right,
I
right.
think the younger generation and they're what kind of the internet that they're kind of growing up with is the unboxing. Like that's that first because that's where toy companies learn to drop that new like, hey, we'll have Ryan
Yeah,
undo this
that's exactly
Pokemon.
what it is.
Nintendo's paying Brian. You know what I'm saying? Like the commercial is the show almost.
Yeah, they're
You
pretty
know what I'm
blatant
saying?
about it too. Like
'Cause-
they'll open the box that like Nintendo's an excellent point because they did do that with one of the Mario Kart games. They sent him a box where they even included like a little trophy to like give to each other after they played Mario Kart and shit. So, oh yeah,
Right,
it's
right, right. Because before we would, if you were Hasbro,
yeah,
right, you had to. The only time you can really get us, as when we were younger, watching it was not during the Wild Thornberries. It was during the commercial of the.
uh-huh.
That's when the Super Soaker commercial would come on,
Yep.
and you have that 30 seconds to sell it to us. Well, now the content itself is
Is
the
the
unboxing,
added?
so
Yeah,
Hasbro is paying for way better screen time.
yeah,
You know what
it's
I'm
hella
saying? It's
funny.
better than just the commercial for 30 seconds to just like.
Yeah, it's funny because we could get so deep into this too because you know how they also say like the '80s cartoons, like not quality ones or you know, but some shit like later seasons say like Ninja Turtles or later seasons He-Man stuff, where those stuff basically became toy commercials in the sense that they would introduce new characters, new weapons,
Right.
new little this villains that, and just to keep
To get the
producing.
toy going.
Yeah,
Right, right, right.
yeah, there'd be a lot of that too, you know.
because the thing with like media is you have to find a way to the best way to start making money is by selling a physical
Yeah,
product, you know, and
exactly.
where
Yeah.
that was kind of the learned, that's how that business
Yep.
model moved, you know, because you know if you think about it, I bet you if we went to Ryan's channel,
Yeah.
it would be something like it would be multi-million subscribers,
Yeah.
at least that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
You're getting more views by being on his channel by kids at this point in time
Yeah,
than
that's
having the
true.
commercial on Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what I'm
very
saying?
true.
He's just getting better. Like it would probably be more instead of like if you had like a really good commercial, if you had like a car or something
Uh
like
huh.
that, instead of like trying to get a spot on like primetime TV on like a Thursday night on ABC, I would probably rather get like a 30 seconds of a Mr. Beast video.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what
that's a
I'm
great
saying?
call.
Like
Yeah,
there's just
yeah.
more people, there's more
Right.
views that you're gonna get from that. That
Yeah.
it's you know if one of the last things that was holding cable back from just being extinct was stuff like live sports and live
Right.
things, but also the best way to advertise. I think that's gone. TV's just kind of holding on by a thread. I don't. You haven't had cable her whole life, right?
Yeah.
I don't have cable. As a lot of people I see, the only people that I see with cable like boomers.
Yeah.
Like my grandma, my mom hasn't cut it because my grandma watches like Downtown Abbey,
Sure.
and you need that like whatever you
Yeah.
know specific. But it's just boomers that got it. Like cable's dead.
Yeah.
Do you think then that? So do you think something like the Cartoon Network brand or the Nickelodeon or Disney Channel? Do you think those brands kind of just evaporate in like 5 years?
No, I think they won't be a channel, but I think while they were a channel and just due to all the rights that they acquired over the years while they were channels, I think they'll stay afloat because of their trademarks and properties.
Right.
Uh,
It's just
it,
moving to like
yeah,
Paramount Plus or something.
yeah, it just gets bigger and bigger, especially because some of these companies are part of other conglomerates and such, so
Right.
they'll always have that backing, you know.
So
And
it's more
exactly that,
how
like
it's
to begin with, I believe there's I think all the Hanna Barbera Cartoon Network stuff is owned by like HBO, right?
right.
That's why the whole Adult Swim channel is on HBO Max. So little things like that. I think Nickelodeon is Paramount. I
Right.
think so. You know, it just
And,
keeps going from
this is where
there.
it kind of gets weird
So-
because South Park was somehow
Yeah.
simultaneously HBO Max
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Paramount.
Yeah.
So I think what happened was they signed two separate contracts.
Okay.
So those I don't know if you've seen like those longer almost movie type episodes like the
Right. Yeah.
coronavirus
COVID
one
ones
and
with
then
Mickey
the
Mouse and
vaccine.
shit.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
it's so good.
That was a part of the deal with Paramount Plus.
Okay.
But then the new season comes out on HBO Max.
Okay.
What this does though is cable went in and cable tricked us. Right? Streaming made us feel like, oh, it's your choice.
Yeah.
Everything cable basically meticulously sold all their rights to or like leased it to different areas to where in order to like say you can watch everything, you end up paying just as much as cable.
Yeah, that's very true. I
You know?
absolutely agree. It's insane. Yeah, I it's just insane. At this point, I think I'm subscribed to everything but Paramount Plus. For real, for real.
Right,
I
right.
think. Oh yeah, well cut HBO too.
I kept Paramount Plus for a while for football,
Okay.
for like the live TV aspect that it comes
That's
with.
interesting.
But everything I'm down to like Hulu, HBO Max. That's why I get
Ooh.
Disney for free.
What
though,
kind
so
of
I'm
deal
not
did Paramount Plus have with American football?
well they're the CBS. They get all the CBS games.
Okay, because interestingly enough, one of the only reasons I would go with them is because they have the deal for Champions League and
Right.
the Europa League as well.
Right, right.
Which to me is just fucked already, because again it's like EPL on Peacock, Bundesliga on ESPN Plus, that was like MLS on Apple TV, and now it's like Paramount Plus. I just couldn't, man.
Yeah, no,
So I'm
it's
just
it's a
gonna
whole 15.
Sail the high seas. Ahoy, matey. Shit, man.
Oh,
Shit,
absolutely.
yeah.
Hey, you hit that streamies dot.
It's too much. Streamers, I love streamers.
Hey,
.io.
man, you know what it is. Like, I'm not gonna pay cable prices.
It's too
You
much,
know what I'm saying?
man. It's like, especially when it's like one content that you'll ultimately get out of it. It just makes it such a turn off.
Right.
It has to be just a
Right,
plethora
right,
of content
right.
for the streaming service to have.
Just seeing what's up with the chat. Haku said Def Jam street team level marketing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what
Oh yeah.
the companies is doing. And you're talking about the Marcus Brownlee reviews and unboxing vids.
Okay.
He's the guy. Like he's the well, he used to have
What did he unbox or and review?
he did all the Apple
Electronics?
products, but
Okay,
he
yeah,
ended up
that's
being
dope.
like the new iPhone guy.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
he was
That's
getting the iPhone before anybody else was like to
yeah.
review that. And I always thought that that was the tech ones are always cool.
Yeah. I
You know,
agree.
I feel like that was cool as a consumer because it allowed us before we spent X amount of money on a computer or a speaker or TV. Like I can
Get a
watch somebody
review.
give me a review
I
on
agree.
it. You know, to this day.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing on YouTube. I do watch a lot of reviews on like products.
Do you do YouTube a lot?
Yeah, a
YouTube
lot,
guy?
a lot. Yeah.
Do you have to like share the same? Do you have the same account with Sophie, or is it a separate?
I
one?
don't even log in with my Google Mail or my Google account. I just
Oh, you
I
just
barely create accounts.
freeballing?
Yeah, I try to be off the grid. So I freeball YouTube. I freeball whatever I can
What does
freeball. And
it?
if I have to create an account, I do.
Does the algorithm still swing it back to
Yeah,
you?
fuck yeah, it knows
What?
me, bro.
No
It
matter what?
fucking, yeah, I don't sign in.
Account,
Oh,
no
yeah.
account.
And it's kind of cute because my TV YouTube, like, has my TV YouTube habits, and my phone YouTube has my phone YouTube habits because I don't.
Because
sign
they're
in
both off the grid, so you
Yeah.
get that's actually that's
Yeah.
big brain
I
behavior,
don't.
bro.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. It's funny and it's interesting because if I delete the app and then just reinstall the app, it just starts me at a fresh YouTube slate too. But I'll never because I do like the fact that it knows what I want to watch.
Sometimes the closest thing that I get to like pausing and thinking, has technology gone too far? Like where are we really going with this thing? Is sometimes I'll be thinking about something like I could be like just thinking about a FUBU jersey.
Oh, and then it'll be there. Yeah,
I
I'll probably get a
never
FUBU
said it.
recommendation.
I never
Yeah.
typed it. I didn't even. I was just
Yeah.
thinking it.
I know what you
and the shit
mean.
will pop up, and I'll be like, "Wait a second,
That's hella wild. Yeah.
what is? What? No, the algorithm is too strong. Somebody's algorithm. I don't know. It's probably
it
illegal.
really is.
Like,
It's
no, there's one thing that I'm gonna say this before we go to the next ones. I like this conversation a lot. There's something that they're testing they're trying to get the patent for it.
uh-huh.
Like corporations are trying to get the patent for it,
Mhm.
trying to get it approved. And it's basically because they're now realizing like, damn, we're spending all this money on commercials, on streaming, on TV. How do we make them more effective? They're testing out TVs that have like a camera for the room
Okay.
that will pause the commercial when it notices you're not looking at it.
Are you fucking with me?
I'm serious, dead ass. They're trying to get the patent for it. They're trying to make that legal, but
Nice.
they're trying that out where it'll deposit if you're not looking at the
Nice,
screen
yeah.
itself. Like they're taking that shit to the
Yeah, that's a quick way to like make me not cut that whatever streaming service it is.
or just
I'll
not get the
fucking
TV. I'm just
yeah,
banning the
oh,
TV.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, whatever it is.
Because
Yeah.
it's to work with the actual TV itself, to where the TV has like a
Fuck that.
fucking
Yeah.
eye
I'm not-
lock or something
yeah.
like that. Nah, bring back box TVs.
Just
if they
fucking wear
tryna-
glasses.
have like a dummy sitting
Like, I
next
know. Fucking trying to beat it like carpool lane rules and shit. It's fucking insane, man. Yeah, nah.
how
Plus,
can
would-
you-
no, I was just gonna say I've made a vow that whenever I see a commercial, I like do not buy that product, as long as I don't need to.
It's alright,
Like,
right.
you know,
Right, if it's a choice you
yeah,
have,
but I'm not buying your shit.
just say no, fuck that. Haku said, I think once the dominant consumption of media becomes virtual or augmented reality, nostalgia will become high demand for that format. VHS remastered in 4K.
Ooh, nice, I like that actually.
People would love to be inside of a SpongeBob episode. That is, okay, I see where you're saying. Like when you're able to take the nostalgia but give it the VR, AR. Can you imagine yourself ever like exclusively watching TV through VR?
I could do for like probably 10 minutes before I get motion sickness or some shit.
Like it doesn't seem sustainable
wanna, I
until
know.
it's like
It's like 3D TV, bro. Like we had that, it was like fun, and then it's like,
I think you'd have to at the very least start. So there's gonna be two places that when that technology gets really really good, there's always two things that always advance technology in
Mm.
media consumption, right? Somebody's gonna make it really good for porn,
Oh,
and
there you
somebody's
go.
gonna make it really good for sports. And I
There you
think
go.
that's what's gonna take it off, right? Like as soon as they are releasing like 4K VR porn, or let's say your MLS like season pass, it's like you buy the season pass, but you buy like a seat, and
Yeah.
you're watching the game from the seat,
Seat.
like as a viewer type
They
shit.
have people
Like,
walking in front of you. You get into
come
fights.
on.
And all of a sudden you're getting kicked out of
It
the
turned into that one music video that Haku had us watch.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
the guy was from the Prodigy,
Yeah.
smack my bitch up. It's just you're living there. Like, wait, I did not sign up.
What the
What's going on?
This shit gets too real. You try to get a fucking drink from your fridge and you get charged concession prices. Holy shit. This really is like the real experience.
But I think like sports would be the. But I think
Yeah,
just
that makes
for
sense. Even like it's crazy how important it is. Like whenever like I go to Best Buy and they're advertising their TV with how good the graphics are, it's always they're always playing like football or whatever. You know,
Right,
it's
right.
always like it almost feels like they're only appealing to one demographic. You know what I
Right.
mean?
It's either like football, or it's
Some
like
common movie that's action
or the
with
flower growing. You know what I'm saying? Like it is just I go to Costco and it's just like a but coral reef, and it's like I get it, like that's showing it off, but there's not going to be many times in my life when I'm going to be putting on. It just becomes like a
Never.
party trick, right? Like somebody's over, like, hey, check this out.
Check out the fucking
Go
coral.
Smoke some weed, like, hey, check this coral reef out, bro. It's like you're there.
You see those fireplace
in
videos
it.
that everyone has?
Yeah, exactly. Like
So cool.
right around holidays, Costco just straight up fireplaces right
You
across.
guys getting cold? You turn on the fireplace.
You know what was the most? Unless you have one, in that case, tell me. Anybody in the chat have one like this? Tell me what your experience is. But I always thought the worst, like future tech idea that I think just missed. Unless somebody has that can tell me the good reason. But I always felt like the digital fridges, not the digital, but like the refrigerator with the screen and shit in it. Like the smart refrigerators, that always seemed like like dumb. Like I think we're going too far with this kind of shit.
Oh yeah,
I think we're just going smart in front of any appliance and like letting it fly.
it's a stupid. Yeah, I don't see how I would use that. Did I tell you my $30 cheap ass microwave from Amazon is a smart microwave?
I think
It's-
mine is too.
It's like the
It is.
wonkiest fucking microwave. I just like bought whatever I could just to heat up like frozen like dinner TV meals and shit, right?
No, I broke mine and it was like $30
Yeah,
for me. I
it's-
think I might have that.
But it's an Amazon brand one, which
Right.
further signifies how trash it is. And it's connected. You could connect it, and I did connect it to my Alexa. So you could like give it like commands, but it's so stupid that because I will have to get up there regardless to put the food in or take it out or whatever.
Right.
So like why the fuck would I ever control it remotely?
Like, why would you go put the food in, close it, walk away?
Alexa, set it for 30 seconds. Because it still has the buttons, of course. You know, like it's still, you know.
Right, exactly. Exactly. I think that most kitchen appliances, you don't need that. I think
Yeah.
one that's kind of cool that my mom was telling me about was
Pots?
coffee
Pots, yeah.
Right. That is something that if you can get the coffee going at 6 a.m.
Yeah,
without
while you're
me
in fucking
doing
bed,
anything,
yeah.
yeah.
Just taking your morning piss and you like
And
start
they got
heating
the
it.
right, and you can get it to like the direct
Yeah.
temperature. Like
It's good.
that's it right there.
And the best part is you could let the coffee chill for a second too, because it might be too hot. So it's just so perfect.
Right,
to do
right,
from
right.
a distance. Yeah.
See, it's the that's the kitchen tech version of sports and porn.
Yeah.
Like if you can get America's favorite drug
Yeah.
in a more efficient
Efficient
way,
way.
oh yeah, you're gonna
Feed
do
it
numbers.
faster
Well,
in my veins.
Are you're a coffee guy?
Yeah, I like coffee a lot.
Yeah.
You
Me
too?
too.
Yeah.
I see. I don't even know if I would say I like coffee.
Mhm.
To be honest, I don't even know. I drink it black. I don't even know
Me
if I
too.
like it.
Yeah.
I just know that I'll know the difference of my day if I'm not on coffee.
Sure,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I
Like
get you.
I will. The past couple days, I had this like awful headache,
Uh-huh. Oh,
And I was like, oh, why am I felt tired all day. Like, what the fuck is happening? And then I realized, I think I was talking to Sarge, it's like,
you didn't have your
it's a
coffee?
fucking, it's a coffee withdrawal. It was like bad, bro. It's like probably how you get
Sure.
off like crack. It's
Yeah.
like the same kind of withdrawal that you have. So I'm back on it
Nice. Glad you're back.
unapologetically. But I just think we
Good.
need to like all just like admit
Uh,
like this is America's number one drug. America goes off of coffee.
Yeah.
I guess survives off coffee. So like, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But um,
And black coffee's
come
the
on,
best too, especially because it doesn't have like any calories or anything. So like whenever you're intermittent
exactly.
fasting, it's one of the few things you can have while
Dang, they
fasting.
got some
Yeah,
coffee, right?
yeah.
I'm not even really like a
Doesn't
milk
spike your
with my coffee.
insulin. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. I just need it to, yeah,
The pure taste.
right. It's a problem, but hey, Starbucks starts you off. See, they're the best drug dealer. They start you off like
Yeah.
just try a little frappuccino,
You know,
right?
yeah.
Like it's like ice cream, right? You
Yeah.
drink it and you get a little bit of the kick
Oh,
until next thing you know, you're just drinking espresso shots out of the
do you
fucking
drink
thing.
coffee just to drink coffee?
Um,
Like,
sometimes I'll drink it
okay.
if like I'm out and I don't want to get. It's like a cool beverage to just sip on.
Sure.
You know what I'm
So,
saying?
because I know some people who won't drink it after a certain time because the caffeine kicks in for them. For me, the caffeine doesn't really affect me in terms of like awakeness or awareness,
Right,
but more so, I just still need it. You know what I mean?
right, right,
Yeah.
right. No, I feel you.
Yeah.
Like, well, one, you'll have withdrawals if you don't.
Yeah.
But, but also,
Thank you. Yes.
but also, it's like a cool like if I'm out somewhere and I don't want to drink anything else, I'll get like a coffee. I'll get like a black
Yeah.
coffee. I know it'll be like one of the cheapest things. Aren't it? I don't have
Oh,
to,
yeah.
I'm just like here to just to be here for whatever reason, right? But I'll fuck around with some
Yeah.
coffee then. Let us know in the chat if y'all fucking with coffee. I see Timo has entered the building. Haku talking about sharper image and the terrible future gadgets. Wow,
Oh,
that was
sharper
even
image.
before shit was actually smart. It was they just put something in like a silver box and charge you $400. You know,
Fucking
they just
sharper
gave
image, dog.
something like the only thing that was worthwhile in there was the massage chairs
Oh yeah,
Those
they
are
used to have
next
so
level.
many of those and the little devices.
and the little cool things that they had with like the ball. You would pull the ball out and it
Oh
hit the
yeah.
ball, and it was like they had like that kind of cool shit.
Remember when it became Brookstone?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
Brookstone or some
They're
shit.
still
and
around,
nah,
Brookstone?
I don't think so. I
Okay.
haven't seen one in a while.
I think there might be one in like Oak Ridge.
Oh really?
It might.
Holy
I
shit,
might. I
okay.
could be wrong.
That's hella funny.
America runs on Dunkin' and the alleged. Did you know that?
Huh?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh really?
That's like the everywhere outside of like California, outside of the West
Uh-huh.
Coast. Like Dunkin'
Really? Oh,
Donuts
wow.
is the coffee.
That's
Like,
crazy.
more than Starbucks even.
Do you like Dunkin' coffee?
I don't know if I've ever had
You
it.
should try it. I think
Is
it's
it
pretty
good?
good. Yeah, even the
It's
black coffee,
legit?
it's good. Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny because that's actually why they dropped the name Donuts as well, because they just go by Dunkin', just because they wanted like also kind of be known for their coffee.
Interesting.
So they were like working up their game on that. There's one right across the street from my house, like a 3-minute walk from my place.
that's what threw me off for a while.
Huh.
Is the donuts.
Oh.
I was thinking like because it was too then connected to in my head to like Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, I know.
So
what
I'd
you
be
mean.
like, "Oh, you guys sell coffee?"
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I know.
okay.
That's exactly what it is too, and that's why they
Ah.
rebranded. Yeah,
Okay.
Dunkin'.
And
Yeah.
you fuck with the Dunkin'?
I think it's
it's
good.
legit?
It's good, yeah. But it's funny because I have 2 donut spots around my spot,
Right.
and the mom and pops one I like better just because the people are also nicer, kind of know them, they know my kid, and
Right,
like,
right, right.
and it's kind of cool because their black coffee's dirt cheap, and it's that. When you just need it in the morning, it's whatever. It doesn't need to be the
It
best.
doesn't. It just needed
Yeah.
to work.
So I still do go to the mom and pops one more,
Right.
but yeah, Dunkin's cool. We should give it a go one of these days. Do a little
It's a
review.
review,
Yeah,
There's
Dunkin'.
something about that mom and pop that
Yeah,
chain just can't replace.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When it's good, it's so good.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's one thing like, I'll go to like the local Starbucks that I
Mhm.
have and you'll know the people that work there, and it's cool. It's a cool relationship,
Yeah.
right? Because it's close. But there's also there's a place down the street. It's called City Bagel. I don't know
Okay.
if you ever had it before, but
No.
they really just do like breakfast sandwiches and then like your normal like Seattle's best coffee or
Nice,
something
yeah.
like that. I'll usually get coffee somewhere else, but I'll go in there for that. And it's
Mhm.
like the same. It's like I want to say a dude and his wife that work the whole day, like do the
Yeah,
whole
same,
bakery.
yeah.
So like that's cool when it's like I know at Starbucks they're all going to get replaced one day, and there's going to be a new wave of people who work at
Yep.
Starbucks because it's
Yep.
a corporation, funded job. But that mom and pop, it's like I
We'll
know I'm gonna
always have
see
the same
y'all.
place, yeah.
If I don't see y'all, this place isn't existing no
Yeah.
more. So
That's
it's
true.
it's a cool kind of just relationship, and it's not like I have like these long conversations with them, but just like that very friendly, like I'm ordering
Yeah.
my lox bagel,
Yeah.
type of thing
It's
is cool.
just so many benefits, and ultimately, you're probably putting your money in a better place too. You know.
Right.
Yeah,
You really
it's
circulating it
yeah.
in the community.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. From Dunkin' Donuts to this week's top. Actually, we don't even know. Just the new songs of the week right
New
here.
songs.
The new releases of Friday. The album that we are doing today is Collision Course by Linkin Park and
Hove.
Jay-Z, Jigga Man. And I was just telling him before, I don't know if I've actually ever listened to the whole thing beginning to end. Like I feel like it just always was around. I feel like it existed in so many spaces. It was a part of your high school
Yeah.
football highlights tapes. Used to always have those songs on there. But before we get into that, we have a brand new Gorillaz song. I believe the whole album came out, but we got a brand new Gorillaz song, and it just looked interesting to me. It's called Tormenta, and it's featuring Bad Bunny. Right? So I'm really not sure what direction they're gonna go. And 50 also had just said he'd never listened to the whole way through. So we're gonna all listen
It's
together
gonna
on
be
the
a good one.
show, on the book club. But first, we're gonna see where
Check out that Gorillaz album title though, Cracker Island, huh?
Cracker Island.
That's
yeah.
kind of weird.
Let's see if we get some context
I
from
know.
this Cracker
I
Island.
know.
The sun in his drawers. Someone crying. Something to say. Someone crying.
Ey, ey, y aprovechame hoy, que mañana me voy y no sé cuándo vuelvo. Si en tus ojos me pierdo. Y aprovechame hoy, que mañana me voy y no sé cuándo vuelvo. Si en tus ojos me pierdo. Y nadie la pidió, pero estamos aquí. Yo no sé si fue Dios, ay, pero creo que lo vi. Cuando me besaste, no sé cuándo llegaste, pero no quiero que te vayas. Tú haces contraste con todo este desastre que me toca vivir. La cura del miedo la tienes tú. Veo todo claro aunque se fue la luz. Ey, aprovechame hoy. Ey, ey, y yo no quiero ver el mundo arder, pero algo tan bonito no se puede perder. El reloj no quiere morder, pero en tus brazos me voy a esconder. Ey, pa' que no me encuentren. Todo el mundo siempre está pendiente, pero no saben lo que se siente. Cruza conmigo antes que se rompa el puente, y que se jode el resto. Quien dice lo que está correcto. Si el amor nunca ha sido perfecto, ojalá sea por siempre este momento. Pero si no aprovecho.
I really like that song. It reminds me of just, I couldn't quite put my finger on it. It was a bit of nostalgia that I just have for certain like pop type songs, R&B type songs that I think it was just the melody. It kind of just,
It was pretty good. I liked it.
I like that one a lot.
It was super chill. It was interesting hearing Gorillaz take the production that direction.
Right.
It wasn't a type of beat I would expect them to do or pull off so well.
Well, this is island music.
The
It's Cracker Island
Island.
music.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They already kind of told you can't. This is the vibes of
This is
Cracker
it.
Island.
Inspired by Is.
Right.
Ah,
Exactly.
perfect.
Uh,
Yeah.
the and
Haku mentioned, that it might, Plastic Beach might be on Cracker Island. That's logically makes sense.
It makes sense
It has to be.
to give us the
I
island music, it's the island vibes.
I would have loved if Bad Bunny had just become a new member of Gorillaz, one of the like the unnamed ones that has his own little character
Right,
icon, and you
right.
don't know who it is, and then like Del and them were,
That'd be kind of
Kinda
cool,
cool,
like
yeah.
like the next
Like, we need a fucking
generation
reggaeton
of
guy
that.
on,
Right.
little voice distortion maybe.
Shout out to Gorillas.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Coming up next,
Schmunk.
Schmunk featuring Young Boy Never Broke Again by Yeet. Do you know who Yeet is?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of his music videos just 'cause he was like became a meme in the Kanye subreddit. So I have like, what
Right.
the fuck are they talking about? So I watched like 2 videos. I'm like, okay, this is the fuck they're talking about, and that was it for me. It's not for me, but it's whatever. It's cool.
I
It's
seen
like drill music, right? Kind of, or like
I feel like it is we've reached we've the pendulum has
Uh-huh.
gone as far as it possibly can in the Lil Wayne, Future, Young Thug,
uh-huh,
Playboy Cardi,
uh-huh.
auto-tuned vocal, Travis Scott, like that type of rap that just kind of just kept going further and
Right.
further, and it was more auto-tuned, and it was said in a certain way, and it was that's this Yeats the top, Yeats the tippy top.
That's it.
It's time to start swinging back down the other way.
beyond Playboy Cardi.
Yeah,
'Cause like that is the hierarchy, right? Like if you were to say like a old like David, son of Joseph, son of Zachariah, son of Ezekiel type of deal, it would be like so it'd be like Yeet, son of Cardi, son of Thug, son
Right.
of Future, son of Wayne type of deal.
you can throw like even maybe a step before, a step after Cardi, but like Lil Baby, Gunna,
Hey,
and
that's
like
a good
they
call.
like
That's a-
Lil
yeah.
Baby, Gunna, and Playboy Cardi are like the three EV evolutions.
So fucking dead, bro.
So
I
you
can't
can
even-
choose to go this way,
Which
this
tone
way,
will
or
I
this way.
use?
Right. You use the perk stone and get you some Lil Baby, but I think Yeet is. I think that's it. I think it's time to go the other way.
Yeet is like when Pokemon releases a new game and they decide to introduce a new EV evolution.
Yeah, but you're now tired of
Of
like
it,
we've
you
done,
like
we
it's-
got too many.
yeah.
It's like there's 20 EV evolutions.
Do we really need a
like,
ghost type?
Exactly. Like I don't even want the decision of Eevee no more. I keep it another way. But that's what I would say that
Okay.
that Yeet is.
Gotcha.
So this is Yeet featuring young boy,
Never broke
yeah.
again.
young boy NBA young boy. He had it in the order that was. It's like his last name is first instead of his first name. Threw me off. And this song is called Schmunk. Over under 3 times they use the word schmunk.
I think they'll use it more than 3.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, you heard me right. You ain't picking no fight. Yeah, got a blick on my side. I got big money ties and big my ties. Slice, talk about bread, talk about that low. Slice, yeah, whole lot of bread, live on my money twice. Hold up, yeah, put you on red, put you on flag thrice. Twice, yeah, need up, talk about big fights. Yeah, I'm the biggest bag on them ball. Yeah, I'm the number 1, watch 'em fall. Yeah, I was selling drugs, now I'm rich. I was yelling with thugs, yeah, we move with braids. I was pulling up with thugs, I was pulling up with guns. I been pulling up in big whips, yeah, still smoking rocks. Yeah, I love my little bitch, I got a bunch. I don't even need no security, I got guns. I need me a moment of clarity, I'm moving me tons. Put it in the fire, I been it, with the big boys run. Yeah, tight than it.
Okay, you see what I mean though,
Yeah.
right? You know, I feel like Yeet is the first artist that I've ever came across in my life where I started really questioning, and I'm usually like I do a pretty good job of staying on top of the ball, right? I start questioning like, damn, is this what the kids, is the youth passing me up? Am I just not now able to
Yeah.
understand the new shit, right? It's the first time I had to question myself. You know, like, damn, like the washed meter started coming in. But I always check the new Yeet because it's like, this is what's hot though. And I'm just curious to see like what is the masses at large enjoying? Like what's the sound? What's the sound of the zeitgeist, you know, at the moment? And it's like, again, it's like as far as what more can you do with that kind of style? It's just now kind of just short blurbs of words with auto tune and like droning trap
Yeah.
beat in the background. You know,
Okay, okay. And I see that the title of the album is a homage to Life Jennings. Okay.
Shmonk.
No, the Afterlife.
Oh, Afterlife, because he had the
LYFE.
right.
Yeah,
the,
Life Jennings style.
I heard he produced this one.
Nice, nice.
Yeah,
Ha-
he's had some
pretty cool,
production
yeah,
on here. That's why they
pretty cool
call it the
comeback.
Afterlife, because
Yeah.
it's like a him and
Yeah.
like a Danger Doom
Yeah,
type of
yeah,
type
exactly.
of thing, right?
Yeah.
He didn't want a lot of publicity
Yeah.
for this, but
They were thinking of going with Yeet Life, but that was too on the nose.
right.
Yeah.
But Afterlife, yeah,
It's a
that's
good
how it
one.
went. Live Jennings actually who found Yeet.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah. He
sick.
was keeping his ear to the
in
streets.
like prison or something.
Right,
Life Jennings was
right.
the one with the prison like deal, right?
He had
I think-
came out of prison.
Yeah.
I
His
think-
album title was his prison number or some
Yeah.
deal, right?
yeah. Must be nice.
I know. Holy shit!
Maybe
we
we'll
gotta
do a-
review that album one of these days.
Maybe
for
the
me.
Life Jennings album one of
Life
these days.
Jennings.
You right.
Good shit.
The next song we had, you had caught this, and I was like, "What in the fuck is this?" But I was interested, right?
Yeah.
This is called Ceremony, and this is
All three are
Skrillex.
Swedish. Oh, is so Blade is Young Lean and Swedish and Skrillex.
Skrillex is American.
Okay.
Young Lean might be Swedish.
Let's see what we
Let's
got
confirm
for
that.
like, what we got for Young Lean. Yeah, also Swedish.
Okay, hey, we did this for the Nordic folk.
Hey.
IKEA gang.
IKEA gang.
Let's go Ceremony.
Yes, sir. What I got now won't be here again. Let the sunshine shine right in. Everywhere we go, they let us in. Smoking hair and it smell like mint. Timberland stomp, go stomp it in. Timberland stomp, go stomp it in. Stomp it in, stomp it in. Hey, stomp, 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 stomp. Change it up, I'ma take it too far. Some go home and some go hard. Velvet sky, I'm a velvet star. Pull up in a black painted car. Hey. Velvet sky, I'm a velvet star. Pull up in a black painted car.
Exotic line paradise, it calls on me. The fall, the rising, yeah, rose gold rain. Nothing's left in the waste. It's been real, it's been too real. Exotic line paradise, it calls on me. Take the leap, make it steep. 22 stars on me, blue horizon, playing mind games. It's been real, it's been too real.
What I got now won't be here again. Let the sunshine shine right in. Everywhere we go, they let us in. Smoking hair and it smell like mint. Timberland stomp, go stomp it in. Timberland stomp, go stomp it in. Stomp it in, stomp it in. Hey, stomp, 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 stomp. Change it up, I'ma take it too far. Some go home and some go hard. Velvet sky, I'm a velvet star. Pull up in a black painted car. Hey, velvet sky, I'm a
Ceremony,
velvet star.
Young Lean, Skrillex, and Blade. What'd you think of that one?
That was cool. It was pretty chill. I liked it. It wasn't bad.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Nothing wrong with it.
That's
A little
like
different.
I like that kind of music as like my default background music.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
yeah.
like if I can't think of anything in particular that I want to listen to, or I kind of just don't even want to think about what I'm listening to,
Yeah.
I like that kind of just. That's my version of like
Yeah.
the lo-fi
Right.
beats to do homework to.
I'm not too familiar with Skrillex. I've heard just a few of his production and such, but perhaps he does beats like this often. But this wasn't a type of beat I thought would have thought we'd get from him.
Skrillex is actually he's diversified his portfolio,
Really?
so to speak. Yeah,
Okay.
he was doing some work with like some reggaeton artists.
Okay.
First
That's
of
pretty
all,
cool.
I didn't know that Skrillex looked like this now.
Was it still like one side shaved? That's what it was, right? Like half of the head would be shaved, long hair.
No, but he looks like this now. Like that's Skrillex.
Oh, that is pretty weird.
You know what I'm
the heck?
saying? Like I
Oh yeah, that used to be
right. Yeah, it used to
yeah.
be Skrillex, but I guess I hadn't seen a picture of him in years, and now that's Skrillex.
He does reggaeton now, so he has to look like that.
It's like, let me look a little Puerto Rican.
He a little bun too. Fully committed to the act, bro.
Yeah, he was like, he infiltrated.
Skrillex got
went
me on a
inside.
wave.
I can't wait till he works with WizKid and throws on the dashiki.
Ooh, hey. That's gonna be fun.
y'all
The new
don't know-
Skrillex look.
Look up Skrillex on your phone right now, and you'll see what we mean. Because I didn't know. I didn't know. I seen a picture of him, and that's like this was Skrillex, and I was like, nah, that's
is
not.
pretty wild.
I always thought he looked like you know,
that. Yeah,
right.
that's the Skrillex we know.
But now he switched up. Shout
The
out to
production
Skrillex.
makes a lot more sense now.
Right. If I showed you the picture
I would
before,
have. That's
you
the
would have
type of beat I would have expected.
Right,
yeah,
right.
for sure.
All
All right.
He said he looks like he's relief pitching for the Dominican Republic in the World
I'm
Baseball Classic.
dead.
No,
I'm
absolutely.
fucking dead.
He has a fucking mean breaking ball for sure. Now, this last song we came across, I didn't know that this song existed. And it must not have before today. This is new. But this is Lil Wayne featuring DMX. Can't Nobody.
Do you think that's Kant, or do you think that's a reference to Immanuel Kant?
Is it like as a shot to Manuel Kant, like Kant Nobody?
Kant
Like he's a nobody. Is it a
Nobody.
diss track?
Ooh.
Did him and DMX happen to have beef with him?
Could be. And you and I were discussing, is this the only Wayne DMX song out there?
Has to be.
I can't
'Cause
think of anything.
I guess by the time that Wayne was a super duper star, I think DMX had kind of just fell from the public eye, you know. So this was kind of in recent time that they made this together. But let's see what it is. Do you think it's gonna be? You think it's gonna be a great song, or you think it's gonna be?
I think
It lived better as a title.
better as a title. I think Wayne will still keep it fun, but I don't know what yeah.
You don't know what to expect. From DMX. I feel like once a rapper's kind of been away for like 10, 15, 20 years, like just not in the normal cycle of releasing music, it's always tough.
becomes tough.
Right. You don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Well, this is Can't Nobody by Lil Wayne featuring DMX. Let's see what we get.
Loving what you do and doing what you do with a pure enjoyment of knowing that you're the best at what you do. Okay. Yo, couldn't nobody fuck with me then? Couldn't nobody fuck with me now, yo? Can't be serious, yo. Can't nobody, no fucking body fuck with me with this rap shit, yo. Check it. I've been submitting for 20 years.
Sometimes I smile to hide the miles of my road travel. Shake my hand and feel like you just touched the stove handle. Holy cow, fuck the cow, I want the whole cattle. Gucci buffs on my eyes look like solar panels. Leaving bitches on their own like the Oprah channel. Can't trust my shadow, that's a fact that can't get overshadowed. Draco sounding like it's coughing from the smoking barrel. No peace, no serenity, nigga. Breaking your vicinity, nigga, like virginity. Nigga ain't into these niggas, just family like the Genovese. Nigga, the Kennedys, nigga, all street niggas ain't in the streets, nigga. Best rapper, ex-trapper, dressed dapper. Swizzy gave me a headbanger, a neck snapper. X Factor, make a rapper an X sample. All I need is a beat with a DMX sample. All I need is a beat with a DMX sample. All I need is a beat with a DMX sample. Say it with your chest, mama. Say less, mama. We's the F and the F is for F-bomber. Yes, mama, I'ma eat you like Jeff Dahmer. Say she on a period, let's make a mess, mama. Don't be on all of that, yeah, that my twin shit, alright? Don't hit my phone with all that, I'm just tapping in shit, alright? Fuck that friend shit, alright? I'm on my Zen shit, alright? I'm on that DMT, I ain't on that DM shit, alright? Trying to get a B right now, I'm on my M shit, alright? I'm just Weezy, we on my excuse my French shit, alright? Fuck that bitch shit, alright? Red beam on the Nina, she wrote lipstick tonight. Blah, 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 blah. Best rapper, ex-trapper, dressed dapper. Swizzy gave me a headbanger, a neck snapper. X Factor, make a rapper an X sample. All I need is a beat with a DMX sample. Swizzy on the drum machine, I got the gun machine. That bitch go brrrr, sound like bumblebees. Gun come with a magazine, long as a limousine. You smell that decomp in the morning like some Jimmy Deans. Best rapper, ex-trapper. trapper, dressed dapper. Swizzy gave me a headbanger, a neck snapper. All I need is a beat with a DMX snapper. All I need is a beat with a DMX snapper.
That was crazy. That was insane.
That was actually
That's
nuts.
fucking insane.
That was the best.
That's all you needed from DMX too.
That was
That's
it.
all you needed. The perfect.
That was-
yeah, it's so good. So many good lines.
I didn't realize how much I needed like Lil Wayne over like boom bap type like some old Swiss beats went back to the MPC with that. What?
He
Okay.
pulled that one out from shit, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
So,
really good.
50 that was Lil Wayne featuring DMX. 50, if you hear, I gotta bring it back to I'm gonna play some back for you because I know you're a Wayne fan and like this is going it restores the feeling. We gonna run that. This is the first time we ever gonna pull a Funk Master
the
Flex,
replay.
and we gonna
Rewind
bring that
selector.
back. Bring that back.
Loving what you do and doing what
If you at home, get ready to smash something.
Hold up.
50, get ready, grab a water bottle just to throw it against
So
the wall
good.
when you hear this. Cause this is a book pub. Pew, 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 pew. This is a banger right here. Let's fucking go.
book club exclusive.
loving what you do and doing what you do with the pure enjoyment of knowing that you're the best at what you do. Yo, couldn't nobody fuck with me then? Couldn't nobody fuck with me now, yo? Can't be serious, yo. Can't nobody, no fucking body fuck with me with this rap shit, yo. Check it. I've been submitting for 20 years.
Sometimes I smile to hide the miles of my road travel. Shake my hand, it felt like you just touched the stove handle. Holy cow, fuck the cow, I want the whole cattle. Gucci buffs on my eyes look like solar panels. Leaving bitches on their own like the Oprah channel. Can't trust my shadow, that's a fact that can't get overshadowed. Draco sounding like it's coughing from the smoking barrel. No peace, no serenity, nigga. Breaking your vicinity, nigga, like virginity. Nigga ain't into these niggas, just family like the Genovese. Nigga, the Kennedys, nigga, all street niggas ain't in the streets, nigga. Best rapper, ex-trapper, dressed dapper. Swizzy gave me a headbanger, a neck snapper. X Factor, make a rapper an X sample. All I need is a beat with a DMX sample. All I need is a beat with a DMX sample. All I need is a beat with a DMX sample. Say it with your chest, mama. Say less, mama. We's the F and the F is for F-bomber. Yes, mama, I'ma eat you like Jeff Dahmer. Say she on a period, let's make a mess, mama. Don't be on all of that, yeah, that my twin shit, alright? Don't hit my phone with all that, I'm just tapping in shit, alright? Fuck that friend shit, alright? I'm on my Zen shit, alright? I'm on that DMT, I ain't on that DM shit, alright? Trying to get a B right now, I'm on my M shit, alright? I'm just Weezy, we on my excuse my French shit, alright? Fuck that bitch shit, alright? Red beam on the Nina, she wore lipstick tonight. Blah, 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 blah. Best rapper, ex-trapper, dressed dapper. Swizzy gave me a headbanger, a neck snapper. X Factor, make a rapper an X sample. All I need is a beat with a DMX sample. Swizzy on the drum machine, I got the gun machine. That bitch go brrrr, sound like bumblebees. Gun come with a magazine, long as a limousine. You smell that decomp in the morning like some Jimmy Deans. Best rapper, ex-trapper, dressed dapper. Swizzy gave me a headbanger, a neck snapper.
Yo. I'm not gonna say Wayne is back because in some ways he never just left, but when he's motivated and when he wants to get in the zone, there's nobody better.
So good.
There's nobody better. Hey y'all, drop some Timo flags in the chat if you fucking with that one, because okay, so now here we are.
So good.
Number one, right?
Has to be. Out of all the tracks,
We're just out of everything. I think we finally found the one to Gangsta Boo. That's my vote.
I still dang, I still like Gangsta Boo better. It's your call though. If you want, if it could be the one to. I think Gangsta Boo just sounds so much more relevant to the times, to today.
It does, but I will say I'm gonna.
Your call though,
I
because you
think-
always give me leeway with this.
I think this is the first time the chat been going crazy too.
That's
Like
true too.
I feel like this is a whole show affair. I'm gonna put this now.
Let's
That
do it.
doesn't mean
Let's do
that
it.
that can't overtake it at a later time.
Yeah.
That's just saying
It's
that
a
at the
living, breathing
moment,
list. Yeah.
right
Can't nobody finally did it.
now, I really like the Gorillas,
Yeah.
the
I think so
Gorillas,
too.
Bad Bunny. But do you like it better than Ricky Henderson
Yeah.
by Babytron?
Yes.
Okay. Do you like it better than Dracula?
No.
Okay, I'll put right here. I'll put
Okay.
it right.
Let's do that.
Okay, all right.
Better than the Ryuichi Sakamoto
I
song.
would say better than Ryuichi.
Oh wow.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And if you guys watch the SFL, I always start off with either play Timo's radio or I do play the top 10. So I get a lot of listens with the list, you know,
Yeah.
and like get it
Yeah,
through.
like, I'm tired of Ryuchi.
Ryuchi's nice.
I don't want to.
It was gonna take a lot, right? Schmunk, I'm fine with keeping it.
Yeah, I
Unless
wouldn't know.
unless you okay, Schmunk over Fetty Wap
Yeah, and over Suicide Boys too.
and over Suicide Boys.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Right.
Anything
right.
else would be too much credit.
Ceremony, Young Lean. I thought this was good.
I thought so too. Yeah.
Above Ricky Henderson.
Yes. And
Okay.
what do you think above JID and Loot?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I will put it over Daniel Caesar, under SG Lewis.
Okay.
You know, I want to just show them what we're looking at real quick here. Y'all know that we've been working on our top 10, right? Oops, that is not at all what I wanted to do.
Ooh, so cool.
But we were working on our top 10 of the year. I'm trying to think which one of these is it going to be.
macOS screen capture.
I feel like it would be, but I feel like that's what that came up.
And
But
then what
I
if you
feel
pop
like,
up the list now?
Oh, if I were to, I see what you mean. Like if I were to
just
do
go straight to
this,
the list.
that's
I
what
think
they're
that's
gonna
all.
see, right?
I would hope so. Oh yeah, good call. We could. Oh, it kind of looks like that. Yeah, you could see it. It'll be
Like
kinda
if you
like
move it
that.
to, okay, all right. For lack of a better,
Or if you full screen it, I guess.
oh, true, huh?
Yep, there we go.
Window capture. I was not screen capture. All right, we're here though. We got the top 10.
Oh yeah. No, that's
It's-
pretty-
Okay, yeah, they can
Yeah,
see it from
yeah.
there. Yeah. All right. Lil Wayne, Can't Nobody.
Boom.
The first week we had Gangsta Boo, but you know what? It was the chat that pushed me over. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody felt like that
This is
that
the one.
Weezy F Baby back. You know what I'm saying? The excitement.
Weezy back.
Chucks with Terrace Martin 3, Echolalia with Eves Tumor. Paramore still in that top 5.
Yeah, Paramore
Paramore's
holding it down.
still in that top 5. And 210's Dracula been up there for a while
Yeah.
too at 6 and 7. Tormenta had came in at the 8. Ryuchi Sakamoto holding that 9 down, and Olora by SG Lewis, and that's currently our current top 10 right
Top
there.
10 book club.
And Haku's saying that might be one of the hardest Wayne verses I've heard in the last 10 years.
It's really good.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like I felt like it's like sometimes you get little glimpses of Wayne rapping and he's back. but, like,
majestic.
that was like
Yeah.
that was impressive.
He snapped.
Impressive.
Perfect amount of DMX. Great Swiss beats.
Right.
Beat.
Right.
Yeah.
Bringing it back though to our main event today, it is Collision Course,
Linkin Park.
Linkin Park Collision Course.
Jay-Z.
You know what? I don't know if maybe anybody's listened to this straight through, but who knows? It might be good. The songs were so good, right? The songs were so big. And you know what? I feel like this is gonna be a fun listen.
I think so too.
I feel like this is gonna be a fun listen.
Yeah.
Haku said he had the CD. Did you get that from Media Play?
Hey,
Is that where you grabbed that CD from?
I
'Cause
remember that CD was in a digipack as well, not even a jewel case.
it was a
It
digipack.
was a
Yeah,
digipack,
that's
yeah.
right. That's right. Um, this was so big that it almost made it like took over the real encore.
Yeah,
Numb
I
encore,
agree.
like
Yeah.
people stopped
Numb
playing
Encore's
encore.
big.
They started just
Yeah,
playing
Numb Encore, yeah.
that became like baseline. That it became almost canon encore. Like I feel like if Jay-Z performs
It's-
encore, he's doing this one, right?
This is just such a wild concept that hasn't even been replicated since, you know. I mean, of course, you get a lot of rappers and you know rock bands getting
Right.
together. You know, you've got things like what is it, the Big Grams with
Right.
Big Boy and
Fentagram,
Fentagrams and Big
right.
Boy and so on and so forth. But this wasn't original music by either side. You know,
Right.
it was just two songs just mashed together.
It was really just a mashup. Yeah.
It's- has there been something since?
I don't
Even in
think
any
so.
other genre?
Uh,
No, right?
I guess when the closest thing you could think of is when Danger Mouse mashed up
Black Album and White
White
Album,
Album.
or
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Gray
yeah.
Album of it's funny. I was hella thinking that too, but yeah,
and that was see,
unofficial though.
I think that's what this was actually it was like a savvy move by Jay-Z because what
Yeah.
he did was he released an a cappella version.
Oh, that's right, of the Black Album
Right.
he did, yeah.
And I
he
think
did.
it created a lot of mashup. And then
Yeah.
he like
That's
did the
right.
ultimate mashup with the album, right? But I think it was kind of a part of the album was kind of creating your own, so to speak. But at that point in time, it wasn't like music production equipment wasn't as cheap like as it is
Yeah.
today. So only real producers were able to get their hands on the acapellas and really like do this shit. So we got
That's a
like a
great
lot of
point,
good
yeah.
professional sounding
remixes.
remixes
Yeah.
to this, but the encore version might be the first early YouTube lyric video. That's a fun fact right there.
Oh, that's a really good point.
Damn.
Yeah.
Would that be around when YouTube was YouTube like 2004, 2005?
The first time I remembered, I think, was around 0506. Yeah, I
0506?
think 0506.
Everybody in the chat, drop your first YouTube year you ever remember it as, and if you're in your video, if you ever.
Do you
have
remember what the first YouTube video you watched was?
The first one I ever watched, I think, was the Star Wars guy.
Oh, okay.
Remember Star Wars meme? He was like swinging the lightsaber,
Uh-huh.
but like he like fucked up.
Okay.
Like watch. I have to show you this because this is like YouTube
History.
classic. This is like history, right?
How many views must it be at today?
I don't even know how I can find this at this point. Like I feel like, do y'all? Was that a fever dream? Do y'all remember like the Star Wars
Mandela effect.
guy, like Star Wars? But you know the one I'm talking about, right? Does anybody? So Evolution of Dance was a big one.
I remember that
You
one.
remember
too,
that? That was
yeah.
that was the first viral joint where
That was
people
one
were
of
like
those
handing it
viral
out to
ones,
people.
yeah.
Like you have to watch the.
Well, the first real the thing I remember getting really really popular that me and my friends would just rewatch was Juggernaut Bitch.
Ooh, that was a big one. That was a big one. Yeah.
That voiceover for that X-Men episode where Juggernaut's constantly saying, "I'm the Juggernaut."
I feel
bitch."
like-
I remember, like, to us that was the funniest shit in the world when we were like 11th, 10th grade or whatever we were.
I feel like Juggernaut was underground. I don't know if it was like I don't know if it was like
I'm
this
the
huge sweep the
Juggernaut,
nation.
bitch. You know who I am?
I almost feel like it was a little regional.
It was so dope when they gave a homage to it, and I think it was in X-Men 3 when Juggernaut actually does say that. So
Right.
it's like, oh my god, it was like one of the first examples where like internet culture leaked over into mainstream. I mean, not one of the first. I shouldn't even fucking say that, but like,
I know what
you
you're talking
yeah.
about though. Yeah. I have to because I think Haku just sent me the
link to it.
yeah. So I was gonna play because you know what? Since this is the internet EP,
Hey,
we'll maybe just play some internet videos too. But
Notion has been the centerpiece of my workflow. It's quite literally an extension of my brain. I can take notes, create folders, manage tasks.
this guy.
How many views is that? What, 37 million.
37
Look at
million,
him.
bruh.
Hey, look at him go, guys.
Like, this was just early internet funny shit right here.
Look at that. Hey. He, like, hats off to him. He was prepared to sell out at a time period when decent folks would contemplate it. Stupid, decent folks would contemplate selling out, but he was prepared. And, like, what, 17 years ago?
17 years,
2006.
2006.
Six.
Early YouTube right there.
He was ready to sell. He's like, I'm going to put on a camera. I'm going to wave this stick around. And I am aware that I am fat.
Right.
Whoa.
He did it
37
for
mil.
our enjoyment
Man,
back then.
He knew what he was
did.
doing. Fucking hats off.
Yeah, no, this is that fucking, that's that rare,
Yeah.
that's lost media one day.
One day
One
will
day
be-
you're going to need to make sure that you save all these old memes.
That's one NFT I would buy.
Right,
the
right.
one
Star
NFT.
Wars Guy or Evolution of Dance, those are bangers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the This Is Sparta. Right, you know,
Hard stop.
those were the first mashups. You know, people like just throwing like just
Oh, yeah.
songs over the videos, doing like people would fall and they would like repeat the fall, like edit it, you know what I'm saying?
That's hella funny.
First song off this is Dirt Off Your Shoulder, Lying From You. Let's get into it.
Before we get into it,
Yes.
we were discussing how all these, no, not all, but quite a few of these, no. Never mind, I was going to say a majority of these tracks are off the Black Album, but they're actually not. What do we got? Dirt Off Your Shoulder is Black Album.
Right.
Volume 3.
Big Pimpin' is not.
Big Pimpin's not. Gigawatts Volume 2.
Encore
Encore's
is.
Black. Izzo Blueprint.
Blueprint.
99
Problems.
is. Do we
Black Album.
Black Album. So it is somewhat majority black.
A little bit.
Do you know I'm not familiar with Linkin Park. Do you know the albums that these are off of? How much of a spread do we have here?
Oh, I don't even know. I do
Yeah,
know
I know.
that Numb and
Me
In
neither.
the End, I believe, are the same one.
Yeah. I remember it was the one with the guy wearing the gas mask, and I think he's doing graffiti on the cover, right?
Right.
Yeah. It was something Park. Oh, no, not Linkin Park. I thought it was named after a location, that album by Linkin Park.
Let us know in the chat
Yeah.
if you remember that, because I think you're right on that.
Thought it was a location-based name.
I'm just going to say, you've heard Big Pimpin', right? Of course,
Yeah.
right? The lyrics of Big Pimpin' over anything else is about to be goofy as hell.
Ah, yeah, that's true.
Because that's a
too.
wild song.
That is a wild
That's
song.
out of all of Jay-Z songs to like go through in his library to say, I'm going to do a mashup on this. Linkin Park picking fucking Big
Which is
Pimpin'
funny because it's the
nuts.
one song he constantly mentions when he kind of like goes to show like, oh well, people are judging me for making Big Pimp. You know, he kind of mentions that,
But
and
he like doubled down on it.
he doubled down on it. He's like, no, remember me for this. Wait, this song can make even more money. Let's give it another. Let's do it
Let's
again.
do it. Media Hybrid Theory was the big one.
Oh,
What I
okay.
remember. I don't remember.
Meteor
the
and
video
high.
too
Okay,
much.
okay. So
But
that's what. Okay, cool.
Here it
Let's
is.
do it.
Dirt Off Your Shoulder, Lying From You. Let's go.
I ordered a Frappuccino. Where's my fucking Frappuccino? All right, let's do this.
When I pretend everything is what I want it to be, I look exactly like what you had always wanted to see. When I pretend I can forget about the criminal I am, stealing second after second just cause I know I can. But I can't pretend this is the way it'll stay. I'm just I can't pretend I'm who you want me to be, so I'm if you feeling like a pimp, nigga, gone, brush your shoulders off. Ladies is pimps too, go on, brush your shoulders off. Niggas is crazy, baby, don't forget that boy told you get that dirt off your shoulders. I probably owe it to y'all, probably be locked by the force. Trying to hustle some things, that go with the Porsche. Feeling no remorse, feeling like my hand was forced. Middle finger to the law, nigga, gripping my balls. Said the ladies, they love me, from the bleachers, they screaming. All the ballers is bouncing, they like the way I be leaning. All the rappers be hating, off the track that I'm making. But all the hustlers, they love it just to see one of us make it. Came from the bottom to the top of the pops. Nigga, London, Japan, and I'm straight up the block. Like a running back, get it, man, I'm straight up the block. I can run it back, nigga, cause I'm straight with the rock. If you feeling like a pimp, nigga, go on, brush your shoulders off. Ladies is pimps too, go on, brush your shoulders kitchen, in the kitchen with soda. I just whipped up a watch, trying to get me a rover. Trying to stretch out the coca like a wrestler, yes sir. Keep the heck of the close, you know the smoker's a tester. But like 52 cards went out, I'm through dealing now. 52 cards come out, now you feel them now. 52 cards roll out, remove ceiling in case 52 bras come out. Now you chillin' with a boss, bitch of course, at C on the sling. At the 40-40 club, ESPN on the screen. I play the grip for the jeans, plus the slippers is clean. No chrome on the wheels, I'm a grown up for real. Chill.
Yeah, I remember what they taught to me. Remember condescending, talk of who I ought to be. Remember listening to all of that and this again. So I pretended up a person who was fitting in. And now you think this person really is me, and I'm trying to bend the truth. But the more I push, the more I'm pulling away, 'cause I'm lying my way from you. No turning back now. I wanna be pushed aside, so let me go. No turning back now. Let me take back my life. I'd rather be all alone. No turning back now. Anywhere on my own, 'cause I can say no. No turning back now. The very worst part of you. The very worst part of you. Yes.
I think the first thing that kind of jumps out is the Jay-Z over Linkin Park is sounding a lot better than the Linkin Park over Jay-Z.
Yeah, I agree.
It almost like it sounded like one of those like fan-made mashups in the beginning.
Absolutely did, yeah. It for sure did.
I was thinking like, damn, did the music used to sound this tinny? You know, did it?
The whole thing, I don't know. I don't know how I felt about it. I'm glad they have their own individual music.
I feel like when the Linkin Park kicked in and the Jay-Z verse kicked in, I didn't mind it. You know, exactly,
so dope,
exactly.
yeah.
It's because right. The whole thing is hard. So I asked, do some of these have music videos? And we actually forgot that there was a whole DVD that came with it, with the live show that they both did together.
I think so, yeah.
It was like a big deal because I remember that was a lot of what like MTV was covering was maybe not that show per se, but they would show clips of like them working together, right?
This was really shoved down our throats now that I think about it.
It was. This was a very like corporate move. This was a very like a higher up in labels. It was like, well, the number one on the charts is Jay-Z and Linkin Park. What if we just had them just
mash them up?
Just make a collision on their courses. Have them cross courses here. It did feel like forced in a way it was like advertised.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that one was pretty good though. It was okay. Like when Jay-Z kicks in. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not really interested so far. I'm not really interested to hear Chester over Kanye sample, you know, or Timbaland sample, whatever. Rest in peace, Chester, by the way, too.
R.I.P. Is the guy rapping Mike Shinoda?
Is that Mike Shinoda?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's the rapping part.
Okay.
That could just be the singing part. Like
Okay.
I don't know how to define like what their
Sure.
was the
I'm with you.
was he the I'm not sure. If you know in the chat, let us know, please.
Big Pimpin' Paper Cut.
Big Pimpin' Paper Cut. Let's see.
Imagine Paper Cut's like a deep sentimental
Wasting your
song.
talent, Randy.
Yeah. It's like I'm paranoid, looking over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside of my head. It's like I can't stop what I'm hearing within. It's like the peace inside is right.
Come on.
Why does it look like night today? Something inside's not right today. Why am I so uptight today? Paranoia's all I got left. I don't know what stressed me first and how the pressure was fed, but I know just what it feels like to have a voice in the back of my head. It's like a face that I hold inside, face that awakes when I close my eyes, face that watches every time they lie, face that laughs every time they fall. So you know that when it's time to sink or swim, that the face inside is hearing me right underneath my skin. Like I'm paranoid, looking over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside of my head. It's What's inside is right.
You know I thug 'em, fuck 'em, love 'em, leave 'em, cause I don't fucking need 'em. Take 'em out the hood, keep 'em looking good, but I don't fucking feed 'em. First time they fuss, I'm breathing. Talk about what's the reason. I'm a pimp in every sense of the word, bitch. Better trust and believe 'em. In the cut where I keep 'em, till I need a nut, till I need to be the guts, then it's beep beep, and I'm picking 'em up, let 'em play with the dick in the truck. Many chicks wanna put Jigga fist in cuffs, divorce him and split his bucks. Just because you got good head, I'ma break bread so you could be living it up. Shit, I pass with nothing, y'all be frontin'. Me give my heart to a woman, not for nothing, never happen. I'll be forever mackin', hard coded assassins. I got no passion, I got no patience, and I hate waiting. Oh, get your ass in and let's ride.
Real quick, this might be like the most. This is like top 5 sociopathic verses of all time. Man's even said he had no passion and no patience.
And he
except
hates
for
waiting.
And he hates waiting. For like, and then gave you a list of all the way that he manipulates, that he takes advantage of, that he shows no.
On record.
Like, you're the most sociopathic. I mean, the beats, the flow's hard. Don't get me wrong.
It is what it is.
You know?
So in what scenario? In what fucking scenario would somebody play this song over just regular Big Pimpin'? Other than like, you know, if they're playing through the whole Collision Course album.
You're a Linkin Park fan that's never been exposed to Big Pimpin' at this point. And this is your only frame of reference
To
of Big Pimpin'.
And this is what you go
To
to.
where when you go back and maybe listen to Big Pimpin', you're like, too much J on this.
Who in the right mind listens to it with just J on it?
Right, exactly. Exactly.
That one was a cop out, man. No beat switch. Again, yeah.
Haku was right too. They didn't have the Pimp C on this one.
Oh yeah.
It was just they couldn't afford the Pimp C. Like, the budget was already crazy. All right, guys. They rented Madison Square Garden and got Linkin Park in prime. But I do want to go back to this song because I want to see if there ends up being a beat switch. Maybe we just kind of like
cut it off.
Check 'em out now. Pimpin' up in NYC. It's just that Jigga man, MC, and B-U-M-B. Yo, yo, yo.
I noticed a few extra instruments too.
Yeah, there wasn't much. There wasn't much here. This one also, because it's like a deep cut J joint. Maybe it wasn't in 2004 as much when his catalog got bigger, but like Jigga What out of 6 songs of his whole catalog is like a pretty interesting choice here.
Which is funny, that's not even the actual title, but yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it's also the collaboration with
Linkin Park. That's fair. That is fair. Yeah. I think the subtitle for Jigga What was Originators 98, right?
Yeah.
Because the original Originators was him and Jazzo, right?
Correct.
But then, yeah, this one was him and Emil, I think, right? Yeah. We're not going to get the Emil part here, right?
Absolutely not. If we're going to get Pimp C, this is going to be a Jay-Z only affair.
We didn't even get Pimp C.
Come
you said
on.
Emil?
We are getting Mike Shinoda
I guess this was
and
Emil's
Jay
last
giving bars.
check cut.
I don't know if she probably got a check from this. She probably had some kind of credit.
Yeah, I would think so too. Because she was on the hook. Wait, she has to be on it because she's the one saying Jigga What?
Maybe they don't even have the.
That's all Jay just redoing it. He's all saying it himself.
Yeah.
Chicka what? Chicka who? Chicka what? Chicka who? Chicka what?
You gonna leave the vocal in, right? Cheer. Motherfuckers wanna act loco. Hit them up, numerous shots with a fofo. Facts wanna turn them po-po, smoke them like cocoa. Fuck rap, coke by the boatload. Fuck that, on the run by gun high when I close. That pole do some got closed. Stop your bullshit, Glock with the full clip. Motherfuckers better duck when the full spit. One shot can make a nigga do a full flip. Seen a nigga laying a shot when the full hit. Hey, my how you? No niggas wanna buy you. You see me, I wanna fuck for free. Like Aganelli. Niggas ride, make you feel it inside your belly. If it's tight, get the KY jelly. All night, get you wide up beside the telly. Side to side, you can say, Jay-Z, you're too much for me.
I am a little bit of loneliness, a little bit of disregard. Handful of complaints, but I can't help the fact that everyone can see these scars. I am what I want you to want, what I want you to feel. And it's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you to just believe this is real. So I let go, watching you turn your back like you always do. Face away and pretend that I'm not. I'll be here cause you're all that I got.
put condoms into the same place where the rhymes invented. So all I do is rap sex. Imagine how I stroke. See how it's flowing on my last set. Rapping fight like I'm blasting the tech. Never jam though, never get high, never run out of ammo. Niggas hating the shit cause they change your bitch. And now your favorite, I know what made you sick. And now you're rock and roll, but you never had war. Know how to carry your hoes, wanna marry your hoes. Now she's mad at me cause your majesty just happened to be a pimp with a tragedy. She wants us to end cause I fucked her friend. She gave me one more chance and I fucked her again. I seen the tears as she busted in. I said shit, there's a draft. Shut the door, bitch, come on in.
I am a little bit insecure, a little unconfident. Cause you don't understand, I do what I can, but sometimes it don't make sense. I am what you never wanna say, but I've never had a doubt. It's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you for once just to hear me out. So I let go of watching you turn your back like you always do. Face away and pretend that I'm not. I'll be here cause you're all that I got. I can't stand the way I did before. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. Time won't change this damage anymore. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. No, hear me out now. You're gonna listen to me like it or not. Right now, hear
Any point.
damage anymore. Don't turn.
Not at all.
Because this is one of those songs that was more Linkin Park favored. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Like I feel
Yeah.
like now I'm kind of getting the flow for it. Like
Yeah,
some of them kind of go like
one or the other.
Dirt Off Your Shoulders was a little bit more Jay-Z than it was, but I think this one was more Linkin Park, and it had the first and it's such a great Jay-Z verse to have over
Yeah,
some
it's-
kind of
yeah,
like
it's
rock.
one of
Like it
his,
was interesting.
The whole point of that song was his flow, in a sense.
Right,
Like that was
right.
the showcase of
Of
originator.
the song,
yeah.
right? And I think it was this is where I feel like it's working. This is like a combination to where it's like I'm getting the first
Yeah,
two.
that
It
was
was
a good
like I
one.
think
I
I'd
agree.
rather listen to Dirt Off Your Shoulder. I think I'd rather listen to Big Pimpin', like you said. I think this
Yeah.
was one where it was like, this is a
This is
fresh
something
take
new, yeah.
on it, right? And it could be because this song is a bit older than the recent ones. You know, like
Right, that's a
so
good
it's
point
a
too.
little bit easier to kind of
It's the oldest song on the out of yeah. The only one
Yeah.
being out of
yeah.
The-
Big Pimpin' would have been second. Even
Mhm.
that I
Yep,
feel
yep.
was like such a distinct beat that I don't think it was gonna work as well
of course.
on that one. But then next up is the
the
one.
one. Yeah.
This is the
Numb
one here.
Encore.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Far too kind. Woo.
Yeah. Ready?
Woo.
Let's go. Can I get an encore?
Do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boys. So for one last time, I need y'all to roll.
Yeah.
Now what the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be no more. So for one last time, nigga, make some noise.
Get him, Jay.
Who you know shouldn't hold? Riddle me that. The rest of y'all know where I'm lyrically at. Can none of y'all mirror me back? Yeah, hear me rap, it's like hand G rapping his prime. I'm young H.O., raps Grateful Dead. Back to take over the globe, now break bread. I'm in Boeing Jets, Global Express. Out the country, but the blueberries still connect. On the low, but the yacht got a triple deck. But when you young, what the fuck you expect? Yep. Grand opening, grand closing. Goddamn your manhole, crack the can open again. Who you gonna find open a hand with no pen? Just draw inspiration. Who you gonna see you can't replace him with cheap imitations of these generations? Hardcore, do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boys. So for one last time, I need y'all to roll.
Yeah.
Now what the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be no more. So for one last time, nigga, make some noise.
What the hell are you waiting for?
Look what you made me do, look what I made for you. Knew if I paid my dues, how will they pay you? When you first come in the game, they try to play you. Then you drop a couple of hits, look how they wave to you. From Marcy to Madison Square, to the only thing that matters is just a matter of years. As fate would have it, J status appears to be at an all-time high. Perfect time to say goodbye. When I come back like Jordan, we're in the 4-5. It ain't to play games with you, it's to aim at you. Probably maim you. If I owe you, I'm blowing you to smithereens. Cocksucker, take one for your team. And I need you to remember one thing. I came, I saw, I conquered. From record sales, sold out concerts. So motherfucker, if you want this encore, I need you to scream till your lungs get sore.
Tired of being what you want me to be. Feeling so faithless, lost under the
feel like this is the perfect example of it. I think if you were to try to like, and you know what, I feel like this is I feel like this song is an important moment of 2004.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this is you could put this in like the 2004 time capsule. And if, you know, somebody comes across like media and like culture from 2004 that people should know, like, I feel like this should be there. Like, it's like I said, I think it's overtaken Encore the song with the horns. And I always used to not like that when I was younger. I always felt like I like the song Encore. I like the beat of Encore. I like the feel of Encore. This kind of threw me off at first, so I was kind of turned off from it. But the more I got older and the more I would kind of hear it in spaces, it was like it truly was the Run DMC Aerosmith moment of our generation. It was the Walk This Way.
Yep.
Like, it was if you just listen to
Nelly to
Linkin
McGraw.
Park, you were coming over. That's a banger too, though.
Yeah.
It kind of is. Nelly crossed over in the country. That's a conversation for another day. But he crossed over the country a little bit seamlessly. Like, it actually did work. But this was, if you were never a Jay-Z fan and you were a Linkin Park fan exclusively, or like rock music, this was the best introduction you could have possibly had. And if you were just hip hop and never really listened to rock, this was like the best, like, easy introduction. Two big artists. This is their big song from the other side of the aisle, so to speak. That it was a moment.
Yeah.
It was a moment. I learned to appreciate it the older that I got.
It's a significant song. Yeah, I like it too. I mean, we're discussing it almost 20 years later. You know. Yeah.
But let's not act like, cause it's all in my head. I think about it over and over again. I can't. You know, we're trying to get the dates right. We're gonna get Tim McGraw and Nelly on the show to interview them about that song and actually have them perform it live to
One more
do
time.
like a
Encore.
tiny desk type of thing. But it's called like from the book room.
The book room.
From the library, from the study.
The study room. The study room.
But it's a big song. This is a big important song. I did not know, as Haku said, that David Cho did the album art. That's pretty cool.
That is really cool. Yeah.
That's cool. Fun fact there.
I think we were talking about how David Cho had that Hulu.
Yeah,
show.
He had that show. I think it was like an FXX show.
Yeah.
But, you know, we don't have cable. We're just discussing that. We've got Hulu gives me the
Hulu,
FX.
yeah.
It's like, let's give me the FX
absolutely,
though. That's why I watch it. And it's a cool show too.
100%.
Definitely would recommend it.
Yeah.
What is the last thing? I mean, this is kind of like, what is the last thing that wasn't for Sophie that you watched on Netflix?
So I'm currently watching Better Call Saul.
Okay, you're going through. That's a good one to go through.
Yeah,
I never finished it, but it's
yeah.
quality though.
Yeah. So that, and then prior to that, it was Neon Genesis Evangelion. And then once I finish Better Call Saul, I don't know what I'm gonna watch. I'm thinking Peaky Blinders, but I'm not gonna be ready to commit anything like long, so I'll probably not even watch it. What about you?
This is my recommendation right now. I kind of didn't watch anything for a while. That's like summer, spring. I had like a rotation of some shit. Hasn't been something in a while that's kind of popped. But my brother, and it's. I'm not saying, because I know you say you dropped HBO Max. I'm not saying go get it. I'm sure there's like you can sail the seven seas to kind of check something out. But The Last of Us.
Oh yeah,
HBO Max.
Yeah, so good.
You've seen it. You watched it?
I'm funny enough, I'm going over to a friend's house tomorrow to watch episode 4, 5 and 6 at this point.
Right.
I've seen 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's so good, and the game is amazing too.
I never played the game.
Oh yeah, it's by Naughty Dog, who they also made the Crash Bandicoot games, Jack and Daxter,
what the
Uncharted,
and then they decided to fucking make a banger.
Oh no, they're one of the best American game companies in my opinion. Yeah, like everything they've done is great. But yeah, the game is just as amazing, and the TV show is very accurate to the game as well. Some things they fleshed out a bit more in the show, as they should, but as far as plot points and characters goes and tropes, it's so good. I can't wait to watch 4, 5, 6 with them tomorrow. Is it gonna be good?
I don't want to say nothing because I don't know where anything is at. Just
sure.
Amazing, fantastic.
I'm so excited. Show. Yeah.
Haku said, "I'd love to see you guys react to some DJ Cumberbund mashups one of these days. He has some of the best mashups I ever heard." You know what? How about this? Next.
Cummerbund. It's funny because I know what a cummerbund is. It's what you wear with a suit, right? But what the hell is a cummerbund? Such a fun name.
You know what? Next Thursday we're gonna call
Do
it
some-
Mashup Day,
Okay, I'm with that.
Mashup Night. And we're gonna go
I'm down to
through
check it out,
DJ
yeah.
Cumberbund's mashups,
Especially
and
if it's
see
a Haku recommendation for
exactly
sure.
know what it is. Next is okay. So I remember in the end as a in the end it doesn't even matter.
I tried so.
But I don't remember Izzo mashup with it.
I don't either.
I feel like we're gonna be. I don't know.
In the end, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you think it's gonna be more Izzo or more in the end?
I think it's gonna be about a 50-50 a la maybe Dirt Off Your Shoulder,
Okay.
line from you.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see.
This is fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for
Yeah. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the eighth wonder of the world, the flow of the century, always timeless. Ho! Thank you for coming out tonight. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate that.
H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy. For shizzle, my nizzle used to dribble down in VA. Turpin' them in the home of the turbans. Got it dirt cheap for them. Plus, if they were short with cheese, I would work with them. Bored and weed, got rid of that dirt for them. Wasn't born hustlers, I was birthing them. H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy. For sheezy, my kneesy, keep my arms so breezy. Can't leave rap alone, the game needs me. Haters want me clapped and chrome, it ain't easy. Cops wanna knock me, DA wanna box me in. But somehow, I beat them charges like Rocky. H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy. Not guilty, he who does not feel me is not real to me. Therefore, he doesn't exist, so poof. Vamoose, son of a bitch. H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy. For shizzle, my nizzle used to dribble down in VA. H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy. That's the anthem, get your damn hands up. H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy. Not guilty, y'all got to feel me. H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy.
Yo, it starts with one thing. I don't know why, it doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind, I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock ticks life away and it's so unreal. I didn't look out below, I watched the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on and didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried. So
H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy. LP, JC, help me out. Oh, they having a good old time out there.
it starts with
H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy. LP, JC, help me out. Oh, they having a good old time out there.
it starts with
Wouldn't it have been hella funny if like he kind of changed up his verse and he kind of made a not Jay or Mike Shinoda or whomever, and he kind of like did a callback to the slinging crack. Hove did that, so hopefully you won't have to go through that where he talks about how he didn't sling crack because Hove did that. Hopefully I didn't have to go through that.
Like just a tale from the other side of somebody like, you know what? Hope did that. So hopefully
I would have
matter
died.
of
That would have
fact,
been
I
the
didn't
so
go through that.
2004 thing to
Right.
do, dog.
Right. Alas, they weren't as clever to either side because
Nope.
this is not a clever mashup.
No, it's not. It's
This is.
it doesn't even pretend to be.
But you know what? I'm gonna say like if I'm Mike Shinoda, and you know we're talking about Izzo and In the End, and I know that In the End is probably one of my best verses.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I need the history books to say that I rapped over Izzo. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least he was like,
Wanna
you
go
know
with
what? I
Michael
just
Jackson
need that
sample.
moment. You could just
Jackson
tell
5.
people like, nah, me and Jay was in the studio cooking up.
Cookie.
I was on the Izzo remix. I don't know. If
I
you
did
heard
the
about
intro
that.
to Izzo.
I did the intro.
I did
Look
it.
at-
You
look
know
at-
where he
listen
says
to
the
it,
eighth
listen to
wonder
it.
of the world.
Look, that's my voice. That's my voice.
Keeps the thumb over the end portion.
Oh no, bro! Like he for sure just remade like burnt CDs that just had like the blueprint, but like his
His
version of
Izzo.
that's coming
Oh,
up.
yeah.
It's in the car. Like, hey, you know I'm on this song, right?
Oh, fucking
Yeah, it's the
dead.
deluxe.
I was thinking how like we were talking how it doesn't do in the end justice. If I hadn't
Right.
heard in the end prior, this song would not have made me want to
It's
listen
not
to
gonna
it,
pull you in.
which somebody should listen to.
Right.
It's a great song,
Right,
but
right.
yeah.
It's actually starting to look like there was probably better mashup partners.
Yeah, it's
Like I just ever since you said it, I can't unsee it. It just feels like such a MTV corporate like.
Yeah.
Well, what if we took somebody was in the boardroom? Like, well, what if we took the best rapper and the best rock album that's just been running TRL for the past 2 years and just have a mashup
it's
together?
very low effort.
And do a concert. You
yeah.
know, it doesn't feel like it was. They went into the studio and worked on songs and walked out and never used any of that other work for the rest of their lives. You know.
We could let it simmer now, but once we're done here, I'm gonna ask you what's the best J collab album. We're gonna have this up there. Best of Both Worlds, Unfinished Business 2004, The Carters. Would you throw the Dynasty in there? I know, no. But you get why I would ask if you would throw
I
Dynasty.
would say that album. I would say it's more of a compilation.
It's tough. It's a tough.
It's heavy
call.
him, but I think it's a comp though.
Yeah. Okay.
Wasn't there a Firm album?
Or
Or was it just a song?
Firm?
Yeah, Firm with Dr. Dre and
Thinking Nas.
Was it Nas?
Nas, Foxy, AZ, Nature.
Oh yeah.
Am I missing anything? Or are we missing it?
No,
I
you
guess
didn't watch The Throne?
there is also. Whoa, good call. I
Yeah.
fucking forgot that. And if you want to consider Unplugged with the Roots,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I do like that
It
one
was-
a lot.
it
When it
was
comes to
enough-
mashup esque, I like
Right.
actually Unplugged. But
Right,
we'll get
right,
to it. We'll
right.
get. Yeah. Just let it simmer. I want your opinion known. You know, you're the
Okay.
biggest J fan.
Let's go back to
Three
the last
songs
song.
here.
They did a 3-song mashup here. Let's see how this one works. Now, the one thing that could make this interesting is 99 Problems was already a rock minded.
That's true.
Song.
Rick Rubin,
Right. There wasn't really much hip hop about it.
Points of Authority and One Step Closer, I'm guessing, are Linkin Park songs then?
Yes.
Okay.
Can't recall either of them,
Me
but One
neither,
Step
yeah.
Closer sounds like a more familiar one that
Yeah.
I can remember. Let's see.
Let's check this out.
If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. Dynamite's got the rap patrol on the Gap Patrol. Foes that wanna make sure his casket's closed. Rap critics who say his money cash holes. He's from the hood, stupid. What type of facts are those? If you grew up in hoes and you sat for toes, you was celebrating the minute you was having dough. So fuck critics, you can kiss our whole asshole. You don't like the lyrics, you can press fast forward. Radio, if we don't play their show, they don't play our hits, we don't give a shit. So all these bags trying to use our ass, so advertisers can give them more cash for ass fuckers. I don't know what you take us as, or understand the intelligence that Jay-Z has. From rags to riches, we ain't done. We got 99 problems that a bitch ain't one. 99 problems that a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems that a bitch ain't one. Years 94 and my trunk is wrong. In the rear view mirror is the motherfucking law. I got two choices, y'all. Pull over the car or bounce on the double, put the pedal to the floor. And I ain't tryna see no how we chase with Jake. Plus I got a few dollars, I can fight the case. So I pull over to the side of the road. I heard,
Son, do you know what I'm stopping you for?
cause I'm young and I'm black and my hat's still low. Do I look like a mind reader, sir? I don't know. Am I under arrest or shit? I guess some more.
Well, you was doing 55 in a 54. License and registration and step out of the car. You carrying a weapon on you, know a lot of you are.
I ain't stepping out of shit, on my paper legit.
Well, do you mind if I look around the car a little bit?
Well, my glove compartment is not so it's a trunk in the back. And I know my rights, so you gon' need a warrant for that.
Aren't you sharp as a tack? You some type of law or somebody important or something?
I ain't past the ball, but I know a little bit enough that you wanna legally search my shit.
Well, we'll see how smart you are when the canines come.
I got 99 pounds, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. 99 pounds, but a bitch ain't one. If you have a girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 pounds, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. 99 pounds, but a bitch ain't one. If ain't one. Hit me. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. And once upon a time, not too long ago, a nigga like myself had a strong arm, a hoe. This is not a hoe in the sense of having a pussy, but a pussy having a goddamn sense of trying to push me. I try to ignore him, talk to the Lord, pray for him, but some fools just love to perform. You know the type, balance a motorbike, but wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. And the only thing that's gonna happen is I'ma get the clapping in. He and his boys gonna be yapping to the captain, and then I go trapped in the Kit Kat again. Back through the system with the riff-raff again. Beans on the floor, scratching again. Paparazzis with their cameras, snapping them. DA trying to give a nigga shaft again. Half a meal for bail 'cause I'm African. Only 'cause the fool was harassing them. Trying to play the boy like he's saccharine. But ain't nothing sweet but how I hold my gun. I got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me.
That's kind of hard.
We were just checking one more time to see if maybe Jay-Z was gonna do that part. How Mike did the first verse of it, right? But yo, having Mike Shinoda be the cop on the song,
wild.
A little Hamilton, a little
I love
Jay-Z
wow.
Broadway.
Hey, I saw the whole
It's what
play.
we need right here.
The softest cop ever too.
Also, I would say that reminiscing about how you strong armed a hoe, but then saying, whoa, I'm not saying hoe just for having a pussy, but a bitch having no goddamn sense. That didn't make it any better.
Yeah.
As he's trying to explain how he strong armed a hoe, he tried to then lessen the blow, but it also made it worse in the process of that. And that's a lot of older rap doesn't age well in this way, right? And as I'm finding in my older age, that's a lot of Jay-Z where it's oh man, that's a wild, man, you're wilding.
Absolutely.
You're wilding
Do you think it was one of those things where he realized he dug himself in he doesn't write lyrics, because he does it in his head. So as he's writing it in his head, do you think he realizes that he's digging himself into a hole by now? Hole, fucking Jay-Z, subliminally pointing. He digs himself deeper into a hole by explaining it, and then do you think he kind of realizes it, and then that's why he just drops that subject, goes on to the next bar?
Right. He was actually gonna tell you the story in detail about how he strong-armed that hoe. But he's like, but look, it's not a bitch just having a pussy, but a bitch having no goddamn sense.
Come push me. And then he goes on to the next subject. He realizes, he kind of actually wanted to, further write down, maybe now I should talk about something else. I might have said too much, but it just didn't fit the bar for him.
I can see the look in your face, and it's not really approving.
You want me to say something?
Why don't I talk about when I had a gun?
Gun. Ho.
It's funny because this is just like a story of. Did I ever tell you a time when the cops almost
pulled me over?
Pulled me over.
Mike, you played the cop for this one. Mike, you've heard this. You've heard my story. I've told you. I told you the car on our way here.
Son, do you know what I'm stopping you for?
So dead.
Aren't you some kind of lawyer? Somebody important or something? He was ready, bro. He was ready for Blueprint fucking Broadway.
Oh, hey.
The Jay-Z story. Mike Shinoda plays all the like Eddie Murphy and
holy shit, man.
And the clumps. He plays all the other white characters. It's just Mike Shinoda
and Jay
coming up and rapping. He raps the Pimp C's verse and in Big Pimpin'.
Smoke it loud, pour it up. I keep a liter in my cup.
I'm sure that there was better mashups.
Yeah.
Right. And as we see, DJ Cumberbund might have some better ones. You know, there was better, collaborations that like rappers and rock artists, as you said, like that's not like a completely new thing from back to Aerosmith and Run DMC to like just modern day. You know, it happens pretty often now to the point to where it's kind of so fluid that you don't necessarily need to call it the rap rock. You know, like when Kevin Parker works on like a Travis Scott song, it's like
that's a
it's
great
kind of
point,
blended, you know, more. But I will say this was a moment though.
This was cool, yeah.
It was a moment, you know, like it was kind
spot.
of. Anytime we go back to this time period, we always get the nostalgia, but it always sounds like it's from 2004. You know, like that we haven't quite gone back and found something that was way ahead of its time quite yet. Nor have we looked for it. You know, we haven't really looked for like the breakout, groundbreaking out. On the book club, we find these kind of moments where
little
we can,
historical pieces.
Exactly. So like one day, 20 years from now, you at home, if you want to easily be able to like teach your children about what the early 2000s was like, you just turn on the book club and we'll explain it to you, what it was like.
It's like the Library of Alexandria.
Exactly. Mwah. I love it. So back to your last question as we kind of wrap this one up here.
Yes, sir.
My favorite Jay-Z collaboration album is kind of what you're getting at.
Yes.
You know, to so many degrees.
Watch the Throne, right?
Yeah, probably Watch the Throne. Yeah.
Just so well done.
Yeah.
So much effort.
Watch the Throne, then the Dynasty.
That's
what I kind of would go back.
I know
and
the
forth
intro is
on.
like one of your favorite songs.
Right.
I remember like you would break down the whole intro just because it's so well done.
Yeah.
Things like it's top notch shit.
So it would be my back and forth between those two.
I like a written testimony a lot as well.
I would put that in my top 3.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Because I don't think you're allowed to like
Unfinished Business or
right.
Best of Both Worlds had some bangers, but even those aren't tracks that I get back to nowadays.
They're not good enough.
Yeah. The only Unfinished Business track I could think of was the one Chips. Big Chips?
Big Chips. Can I play that? Is that
fucking
okay?
play Big
Can I play
Chips.
that song?
It's a Jay song. I just want to hear the Jay-Z song. Big Chips.
Chat, let me know if
this is okay.
If you're going to cancel us after this. And I just haven't heard this in so long.
Is it even available? Oh,
I should probably listen to this
on
my
had a
own
particular
time.
cover, dog. Big Chips, bro. There it is. Holy fuck. Bleak Twister, Foxy, Slick Rick, and Dougie Fresh.
Oh, The Return, yeah. Oh, we can play just Big Shit. We're gonna have though. Was 2004 Jay-Z's busiest year?
He had in 03 he had just dropped Black Album towards the end of 03, right?
It was towards the end of 03. So if we were to look at specifically Jay,
some of these January 1st dates I'm not too sure about.
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like they just
guessed to get the year. It's just And then Unfinished Business. Blueprint 2.1 just had a few new tracks that were on soundtracks already, like La 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 and shit like that.
That's pretty crazy though to hit like
I know.
Like this run right here.
Yeah.
No wonder he retired. That shit was fucking some epic shit.
And then Kingdom Come.
Yeah, Kingdom Come came like much later, right? But inside of this, he had the Frontin' with Pharrell came out, and that was huge.
Yeah,
that
whole we should really do the Neptunes present Clones.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Clones is really good, and it's not even like that out there.
You know what? I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna admit this, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna play the song, and you tell me if I'm wrong. All right, not this song. There's enough of that. You tell me if I'm wrong. Swagger Like Us is an overrated song. I'm not gonna say it's overrated. I'm gonna say it aged like fucking a banana.
Yeah,
like just the production and style of it. It was a moment that when you caught it in time, like in the moment, it was a huge moment.
Yeah, I agree.
Jay-Z, Wayne, T.I.,
all
Ye.
of them delivering.
But now, like when you hear like just that style of production, just sounds so 2008 that it just unbearable.
Yeah, I still think it's a good enough song, but it doesn't have the impact that it had back when we first listened to it.
When's the last time you slid that on?
Not in a while. Yeah, it's not like something that. Yeah,
you're like, you know what?
I play Paper Planes more than Swagger
Right,
Like Us. I still
exactly.
play Paper Planes probably like a few times every year,
Right.
but Swagger Like Us not in a while. And honestly, when it does play, and if I'm like in a mood to switch shit around, I probably do let Kanye's verse play because I think it's the funnest verse.
Right.
And then I probably skip. Jay's verse is fun too, but I probably skip after Kanye's.
I like Wayne's verse, but it's so
Yeah.
far into the song
It
that I'm
is.
not getting it.
And T.I. is the
Not getting it.
skippable verse. He had the weakest verse of the four. But yeah, I know what you
It was
mean.
his song too, right?
Huh?
It was his
Yeah,
song
yeah,
too?
on Paper Trail.
It's just like
I know.
there's some moments of like 2006 to 2009 that were just like the sound wasn't. Hip hop was figuring something out.
I know. It's.
Anybody have in the chat before we get off? Anybody have any recommendations of some albums that we should do? This one was by recommendation of 50. It was
Fetty.
fun, interesting to go through. I like Attack of the Clones. I think that's an interesting concept to do as well.
Yeah.
Because
I'm trying to think of who Attack on. Is that the Clips mixtape?
It's not it was album actually.
By who? Attack of the Clones.
It was like a Neptune's comp.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Neptune's Present Clones. Is it Attack? Is it? No, I could be wrong. Neptune's Present Clones or Attack of the Clones? Okay.
This one right here.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No, this one's a banger. Light Your Ass on Fire.
Yeah.
The Cotdam remix, frontin'.
Luda's on this. Fucking
so
Nelly
good.
track is on here.
Oh yeah, Loser by NERD is pretty cool too.
Noob.
Rockin', rollin', rock. Oh, that
Poppin'
Nori one,
shit.
put him up. It's that put him up. It's the NORE. Na.
Yeah.
Put him up. Yeah, that one's so. Yeah. Oh yeah, pop shit. Tell you what's up. Yeah, so many good songs.
Dirt
Popular
McGirt.
Thug is really good too.
Yeah, that's a
I
good one,
love that
too.
Nas verse.
Yeah.
He was like, "Ladies love what I've been through. Blood on my Tim boots. Snub noses. Club closes down where my men shoot."
Even
Nas snapped on that shit.
Spy Mob was like a little.
Oh, the
little-
rock band, yeah. I used to
Yeah.
actually have the Spy Mob album because it was released on Star Trek. Because back then, I'd buy whatever was on
Right,
the
he
label,
was covering
and they had
the-
released the Spy Mob label.
I think that's why
Star
I
Trek.
remember listening to Spy Mob. Was
Oh.
with you.
Oh,
because
really?
you
We
had
did?
it. Yeah, a lot of the
Holy
obscure
shit.
stuff in certain labels. I know you covered a lot of the.
fucking
So
shit's
we listened to
crazy.
it. We like smoke and listen to fucking Spy Mob. Or
This is
something.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that, man. We went through a lot.
We're gonna have to do this one. This was gonna be a hot one.
It really was.
Blast debut album was a cool one. That'd be something that's worth going through. We don't really do a lot of R&B on here. It's like
Oh,
an
I'm down
R&B
to check
artist
that
from, like,
out.
LA.
Yeah.
And then of course we got to check out the
DJ Cumberband.
Right. Oh, he'll make the play if you want a little taste of. Okay, so let's get a little taste
I'm down.
for some DJ Cumberland.
I'm so fat. Brendan, you're not.
And see what he's got. Ass got this fucking
The shirt.
It's gonna kick my ass, eh?
Look at Nate. His true classic is tight around the chest and shoulders and arms, and then it tapers off towards the bottom.
Nate also has six-pack abs.
Oh, it is Cumberband.
This shit.
DJ Cumberbund.
Let's get me hanging around like this,
be the same. Well, I'm a thoroughbred, that's what she said in the back of
He hit the ACDC with the Pharrell mashup.
Oh, that was that like Angus Young?
I believe so, because
Okay.
it said ACDC down there.
Okay.
And then he did the hey, hey, hey,
Yeah.
I'm on a man, da, da, da. They're mostly jokes, and they're so well done. It's astounding. See, I wasn't sure. We weren't sure that the music video. It looked so well done
Yeah.
that we just felt like Pharrell reshot
She's like, I
videos for
fuck with
this
this.
mashup.
Let's do this. I'll grow the mustache out even. I legit thought he just
Go
grew the
back.
mustache out and shot a new video. Like, fuck. That was a wild video for lap dance in 2001 then. Holy fuck.
No, it was, but not really wild because there was like BT uncut.
That's true.
There was like
too.
actual nudity
That's
in
true.
music
You had
videos,
like P
you know?
poppin'. And
Right.
You had like Nelly's tip drill.
White girl, remember that song? White girl.
Was that E40?
No, bro. It
That
was,
was the-
like some.
Wasn't it the one like white girl? White
He
girl.
sampled that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was an uncut special because he was getting head from a white girl. That's what. Matter of fact, they used. You seen Cocaine Bear, right? The trailer.
Yeah.
They fucking for like 5 seconds.
Uh-huh.
They, you know how what's his name? Jordan Peele will like take the song and like remix it to be like for a thriller.
Okay.
Right? He did like the I Got Five on it. Right, for like one of the movies, like for a trailer, they did that, but with White Girl by. I gotta send you the song.
Okay.
Like it was a BT uncut classic, but it was used in that movie. Just kind of
Holy shit!
It's like fun fact if anybody
What the
remembers.
fuck?
It.
Okay, I have to.
Yeah, it's a deep dive of just
Yeah,
like learning through some stuff. So okay, like next week we'll do Return of the Clones. That's
Okay.
gonna be fun. Haku will need the playlist from DJ Cumberbund. Check that out. And then Blast debut album. Want to check that out. Get some West Coast R&B going on in him. But today was Collision Course. It was a blast from the past. Had a good time. Reminisced about 2004. And Lil Wayne, top of the charts right now.
He took it over. He took
took
it
it
over in
over.
2023, bro.
2023.
Are we gonna be those guys that are gonna have Lil Wayne at the top of the chart in 2023 though?
We'll see.
Could
mean,
be.
we'll see. Like, we'll see.
What if this
comes.
motivates him? Like, what if Wayne's watching book club? He's like, yeah, puts it on and shit, and he sees that he's back at it, and he's like, you know what? I can still do this.
I'm back. Exactly.
I'm doing this.
What if we just motivated Wayne
right
to
now.
drop his like late career classic?
His magnum opus.
It was just a song that he had did with Swiss Beats, but he's gonna get on the phone after this goes off air and hit up Swiss Beats and be like, "Hey,
They liked
we
it.
got to get back in there."
DMX still available.
We got. I know you got some more in the chamber.
You know what I would love to see? You know how the fucking in Hollywood they reboot everything? Wayne just reboots the Carter series at one again. The Carter. Boom.
You might be onto something.
We need reboots in the fucking music industry,
You
y'all.
might be onto something. A
We-
reboot with the original artist. That's
That
dope.
depends. Oh, that's a tough
Like that.
one.
Like I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Wayne
It
coming
has to
back
be.
to do it is cool, but can we just reboot? Like, can we have
Doggy style reboot.
could we?
What would it would have to be the original artist, right? It's not somebody else starring in that.
No. What if you had Wiz doing
Doggy
the Chronic reboot
with updated production too.
with updated production?
Okay. That's what we need.
And just
That's
like
it.
Wiz and Currency doing the
Snoop and Dre.
doing the yeah.
That's
the
what we
same
need
like
in
the
life.
reboot. It might be. I don't know. I think that there might be some legs to this. I
Hey,
think we should try this out. I think we should.
Odd Feature does Enter the 36 Chambers.
Right. Exactly. Like, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it.
somebody
That's
that-
all I'm saying.
What would you want to see? The big one.
You know, you always you bring up the comparison a lot, and I like it. I would like to see like Earl doing like food.
Oh, that's
Like
fuck,
somebody that
that's
can
so
like carry
good.
the torch properly.
Dang.
You know, or I need to see DJ Khaled doing like an old Bad Boys Diddy album. Take that,
Hey.
take that, take that.
I'm trying to think of somebody to cover 808s. Would be a good one.
Fucking Lil Xan.
Lil Xan. I'm still disappointed we
Lil
never
Xan.
did Total Xanarchy.
Total Xanarchy?
Breaks my
Hey,
heart.
maybe
like
one
when
day.
in you know in like
I wouldn't
years
feel.
to come when
look
they
it,
ask what's my biggest regret. The fact that we never did Total Xanarchy at book club.
I'm gonna be honest though. Before we ever see Lil Xanarchy, we need to go through the Slim Shady LP.
Bring back
Look
those
it.
ads.
The fact
we're
we
forgetting about our
haven't-
most important demographic,
We've
bro.
never listened
Michigan.
to fucking
I love Slim Shady LP, dog.
any of the Eminem. And you know what, guys? If you were watching this with a pot on the stove, a teapot full of Mountain Dew, because you drink that instead of Mountain Dew, tune in. This is the episode you want to see.
It's gonna be big.
If you still drink Budweiser, tune in. We want you here. Yes. If you have a metal set of balls that are on the back of your fucking truck, that tune in right here. Custom Book Club balls.
These nuts.
If you have some cut off shirts that are like Harley Davidson shirts, not like the tank top cut off, but you just cut the sleeves
You
off.
just
and it got
did
that
DIY that shit.
Then tune in for Eminem. One day we have
Slim
to do
Shady
it.
LP.
One day we have to do it. We might start bringing the voting back for this year too.
Ooh.
I might bring the voting back. We'll try that out. Other than that, it's been a great episode. We've had fun. This has been the Book Club. I'm James Levine,
I am Mohammed.
and we'll see you in a couple weeks. See you next week. See you in 7 days.
7 days. Like the ring. Listen to Collision Course.